We got audio. We're good, guys.
All right. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to the 21st episode of the Destiny Community Podcast.
We're legal.
Week, yeah, we can legally.
We've been
drink
legal for a while in Europe. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but we're in America, so except for Meloonie. So
exactly. That was my segue, Patrick.
We got Melanie here. Is it Melanie or Melanie?
Or Meloonie.
However you want to. Like, seriously, right. I don't even know. The name actually originated from my best friend, and she pronounced it different way. So Meloonie, Melanie, just call me Mel. It's the shortest.
There we go. Nice.
Hey, you're best known for being a streamer, right?
Wait, what?
You're best known for being a streamer?
Yes, I can confirm. I'm actually only streaming. Yes, I'm not really active on YouTube, and yeah, I'm a streamer.
Awesome.
Correct.
And did you start out streaming with Destiny, or is there another game that got you into streaming?
No, it was actually Destiny. I was kind of a coincidence. Like I was playing, and I have been talking to my colleagues back like 2.5 years ago. I've been talking to my colleagues, and she told me about that PS Live function. Mm-hmm. And one day I was actually checking out like Destiny streamers. I don't know who it was. I don't remember the name, but I was checking out some people and the PS4 Live function. And some part I was like, yeah, let's try this. Let's see how it works. And I started off with Destiny.
Nice.
Yeah. Awesome.
But you're by your accent, people can tell you that you're not from the United States. You're from Europe, and you're German, right?
Yes, correct. I live in Cologne, a little city at the.
You live in Köln.
The western Köln, exactly, where the Gamescom is at. Exactly, Köln is the actual name, but the English word is Cologne, and it's close to the Netherlands, kind of. And yeah, I've been born here, raised here, and.
Also,
so do you do your stream? Do you switch in and out of German, or is it mainly English that you stream in? Because I've spent I've dropped by, and you've got a great community in your stream. Like, I got to give you a shout out to that. I mean, it's one of the hallmarks of a good streamer is the quality of their mods and the community that's chatting, and it's really friendly to be in there. I've stopped by there a bunch of times, but you sometimes switch in and out of German because you have like German fans, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like it has like the German part in my community has grown a lot the past few months, I would say. But the majority of the time I actually speak English. Like let's say like 85% of the time I speak English, because also the German people in my stream adapted to the people and know that if they want to communicate with, for example, a few of my mods, they have to communicate in English. But yeah, for people that want to write German in my chat, they can feel free to type German, and I answer in German. Or some people even don't know how to speak English, so they are obviously writing in German as well. But majority of the time I speak English, and a little part of it I speak German. Nice. Yeah. So I'm switching kind of.
Yeah. Always. For me, I used to live in Germany, and I speak a little bit of German. So I found it extremely interesting to jump into your chat and try to use my German. I don't get to practice my German. So it's really, for me, it's fun to jump in there and do that. Do you find that your German fans are practicing their English with like the English fans? Do you see that happening?
Yeah, I kind of do. Like, I have a few people that I said, like, as I said, they are not very strong in their English skills, and they have improved. And exactly, like, and also the other way around. Like, I know that my mods are actually learning German phrases and those kind of things. Really so it's pretty funny. Like, it's like the German community learns a little bit more English, and the English community actually learns German. So it's pretty funny. And you see your English native mods spamming German sentences. It's always pretty entertaining.
Awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So,
It is.
so people can basically, instead of going and getting like Rosetta Stone or one of those other very expensive programs, if you happen to live in Germany, you can learn English just by tuning in to Meloonie's stream on Twitch.tv. Learn English completely free. You'll probably learn the curse words first.
Yes.
Isn't that how
That's how it always
foreign
works.
language goes?
Yeah.
Right? Oh my gosh.
So
Yeah.
so would you be cursing out Oryx, or would you be cursing out the
Axis?
Matador? What would you find yourself doing?
Matador, I would say, or maybe the Scories. I guess, yeah, Matador and Scories.
So you mix up PvP and PvE?
It's kind of like during my streaming career, I have like switched between PvE. I actually currently I'm only playing PvP, like legit. Like I don't do raids anymore. I don't do nightfalls that much. Like I did one today for the icebreaker, but I usually don't play PvE a lot in my stream. But I used to do raids only, like raid help. But for me, after a while, after doing a thing over and over again, I kind of get like, it kind of gets monotone, and I switched to the PvP, and I kind of got motivated to improve my skills more and more. So yeah, currently you can, 99% of the time you will see PvP
Nice.
content
What
in
did-
there.
Did you
Yeah.
did you get the icebreaker today? And what's it called in German?
Eisenbrecher, the German word is Eisenbrecher.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah,
Sounds great.
yeah. You need to. Eisenbrecher is a German word, and no, my RNGs hates me, and I did not get it. But I have one further attempt on my Warlock, so let's hope for that one.
Nice.
Are there like any really cool translations from English to German? Like in Magic the Gathering, some of the cards get translated and they sound really cool. Like Worm Coil Engine is Worm Spiral Machine, and that's it. Is there anything like
Everything sounds badass in German.
that? I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even words like pen, it's Kugelschreiber.
Yes.
Kugelschreiber. You could be like ordering
Sounds
the
like
death
a
of
battle
million
cry.
people,
Release the Kugel
For
Schreiber.
a pen.
Or butterfly, Schmetterling is like the specific. Yeah, but I can't think of like a specific word. I like
What's
it.
Gallahorn called in German?
Gallahorn.
It's badass enough. It doesn't need to be translated.
Because you got to pick like a word or a name that actually consists of a real word. Gallahorn is not really like it's more like a name, not a word. But
Yeah.
Last word?
last word, das letzte Wort.
No, sounds pretty simple.
It's
Yeah.
pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same for maybe Iron Banner is what is it? Oh my god, I'm missing the English.
It's
Eisenbanner, yes.
Yeah,
Eisenbanner.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
that
bad.
sounds pretty good. I
So
like
we
the
have,
sound of
like,
that.
That's cool.
a few things that are mixed up, yeah. But I think Icebreaker is kind of the best one. You picked the best one.
Icebreaker sounds good. Yeah.
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 Eisenbrecher.
Well, it's cool. We're glad to have you on. I've been jumping in and out of your streams for the last 6 months or so, and I think that it's the hallmark of a good streamer when you can have that good community feel, and everybody's respectful and having a good time. So I was there when you were start doing your raid help streams a lot, and it's just it's cool. I think it's awesome that you were doing that, and that we can have you on the show. So thanks for being on.
Yeah, I was gonna say also, how did when you started out streaming? Obviously, you were playing Destiny. Did you? So you said you were doing PvE mostly in the beginning, and were you helping people with raids?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm trying to at the beginning when I streamed from the PS4, I actually I didn't have that many people that I knew there. I had my 5 viewers or whatever, and they were not always there. So I had my group of people that I played with that I already knew in Destiny, and we played the Vault of Glass. And then I have kind of a lack of I don't really remember how it came to the fact that I think I played a little bit of PvP afterwards, but not very not trials or trials carries or whatever you call them. But I played a little bit of PvP just for fun with my friends, and then my community started growing, and I switched to the next raid, which was House of not House of Wolves, Crowder. I switched to doing Crowder, and there like more and more people came into my community, and then I started actually to recognize, people actually need help with it, and I started like helping people, and then we did orcs. I don't know how many runs on orcs, but I helped people through the orcs hard and normal mode, and also the Wrath of the Machine. I did that for a long time, but after a while, I just decided to go into PvP because it has like more sides to it. It kind of like it changes a little bit more. So
of course.
Yeah. And now I kind of play trials with people, and I could say my PvP skills improved that much that I would say that I can actually help people go flawless.
Nice.
From time to time.
That's great. Yeah. Was there any particular turning point in your stream career that marks like a day where you're like things are different, or things are changing?
No.
Or was it just a steady rise?
It was just a steady rise. Yeah, it was kind of a smooth movement. I received a lot of support during my streaming career. Like a lot of other streamers supported me. Also because I have I not only have the English speaking, like the English native community like you guys, but also like the German community behind my back. So I received a lot of support, and I had kind of a steady rise. Yeah, it was just
nice.
Smooth movement. And it was pretty pleasant. Yeah.
It's great. Yeah.
I would say. Yeah. It's pretty nice like that. And I grew with my channel.
Well, this week in the world of Destiny, I think you hate Matador for sure. But you also said you hated Scories. Well, the Bungie weekly update actually has a lot of really good stuff in it. And let me go.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Really good.
Yeah, let me go to Bungie. I'm going to Bungie.net. I have the blue ad copy pulled up, but I don't have the weekly update pulled up this week. Okay. So I'm gonna run through a couple of these changes and kind of like talk about them.
We got to do the second half of the paragraph for each one, and pretty much just go over the changes.
I will say before we start, Josh Hamrick has been on a roll. On the forums, weekly updates, on Twitter. I love this level of transparency.
Right? I love the new Bungie. All of a sudden, they're telling us about changes that haven't happened yet, like what they're thinking.
It's like all Josh. I feel like it's all Hamrick. He's like such a senior person in the game
He's such a ham.
world.
Oh, sorry.
That it's like he's, you've seen Bungie devs on Twitter before going kind of back and forth with people, but he's really like, even the angry people, he's like, just tell me your opinion. Let me know. I really want to know what you think so I can put that into practice. He's been so good with that.
But announcing the changes before they make them, I feel like it gives a good idea it gives a good opportunity for Bungie to bounce those ideas off the community before they actually implement them into the game.
Right.
It's a very smart decision.
Yeah.
That's what I think is important as well. Like I was really happy when they posted just today with the new information that they are thinking of to change those things. I'm really looking forward to it.
The disclaimer is pretty awesome though. Like he triple disclaims. Did you see that?
Yeah, they're making it abundantly clear that these changes are a work in progress and not something that's finalized right now.
I like that. I like that they're presenting the changes too, as in being like, guys, this isn't final, but this is what we're doing. Yeah. Like I much prefer that over let's make it perfect and then
I much prefer that over like 2, 3, 4, 6 months of silence and then here's the changes coming.
Yeah.
There are changes coming.
Boom in your face.
Let's talk about the changes because I think these are pretty exciting.
Yes.
They are.
Okay. Number one, sidearms. Basically, they're making it so we are currently working on a change that would allow sidearms to continue to spawn with a small set amount of ammo post-death, but keep them from stacking anything extra. So the way that sounds, basically what people have been, saying. Well, if you're going to have a meta dictated around losing special ammo, how come this one is able to keep all their special ammo in forever?
So you still respawn with special ammo if you have a sidearm. It'll just be limited to the amount that you normally start with. You won't be able to stack 60 rounds of special by going to get green boxes. It's a great change.
It's really good because that's something that I was saying. It's like I want the sidearm to feel more of like I'm in a primary fight with my hand cannon or whatever, and then I run out of ammo and I switch to my sidearm to finish them off, rather than like I'm just gonna run around with my sidearm.
Strictly sidearm, yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like a backup primary, right? Instead of I'm just gonna run around with it. So I think that might actually make it be able to be that.
That being said, you'll still start off with probably a certain amount, let's say 2 clips, and it's not like it's hard to find special ammo. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
So you'll still be able to run around with a sidearm as a primary if you want to. I'm sure.
Yeah.
If you really want to, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's necessary. Like I have been playing Trials this weekend, and legit, I think I got killed by sidearms. I think like 75% of the time, and I was like, I like the new meta. Like I'm more happy with the new meta than the prior meta, but so at some point, if you get killed by one weapon all the time, you kind of get annoyed a tiny little bit.
Definitely.
So I think it's important that they are not like people are not able to stack the ammo and have like hundreds.
The difference for me between getting killed by sidearms constantly and getting killed by like a matador constantly is that I feel like I was in a gunfight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Definitely. You have like a little bit of a chance to fight it out. Even though the chances are pretty small if you're trying to do it with like a normal hand cannon or palindrome, sidearm probably gonna outplay you still, but
Yeah.
but it gives you like the new change, or the thought of the change is definitely gonna be.
It gives you a fighting chance though. You can outplay somebody that
definitely
that has a sidearm, and the time to kill between a Mapador and a sidearm is just enough that it makes you, maybe you can throw, if someone catches you unaware and you're able to throw a grenade, and it gives you a chance at that gunfight.
Mm-hmm.
Duck behind a corner or something.
Yep.
Definitely.
I think the next one is pretty popular, but also pretty controversial.
It's pretty controversial. I think this is a fantastic change.
I think it's great.
You want to read it?
Yeah, the change currently in testing requires a kill to jumpstart Scory's unique ability for the next minute. Once it times out, you'll need another kill to jumpstart it again. We believe you won't have any problems killing one enemy every 60 seconds for maximum uptime in PvE. I think everyone can agree on that.
Yeah.
But Trials may offer a greater challenge. So let me hear you guys' opinions on this. I
think it's great. Honestly, when I read that,
I think it's a fantastic change.
I was like, that is the perfect solution to force people into a combat situation with Trials, not hurt PvE, and make it so that you still have a benefit for using Scories. So after reading that, I was like, wow, that's great. I like that.
It's like when Pope was saying about the whole support player thing, and then I brought up that I think it's better that support players have to actually interact with what's going on and not just sit in the corner. That's kind of like the perfect change. You have to go out there and actually do something, and then you're still being supportive, but you have to actually get out there. So I think that's really good. And for PvE, I don't think it'll be too bad.
Yeah,
right?
PvE players are mad about it, but
they're really
honestly,
mad. But
you're killing
they?
shit constantly in PvE.
Yeah.
Okay, they're mad.
I don't know.
They're actually mad about that?
Really?
I feel like you're gonna kill stuff all the time. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
Like,
Yeah,
I guess
crazy.
if you were, I'm trying to think. Maybe if you were, I'm trying to think.
If you're sitting there, if you've wiped in a raid, and you're sitting there before you start the boss encounter, and you want to just build each other's supers up.
Oh, that might be it.
You know.
So you
Well,
start
that's not the way to go
You could
anyways,
still just
right?
wait, though.
Here's a simple fix: don't wipe.
Yeah.
Good. No, honestly,
Also,
you could just wait.
Or you could just start the encounter, kill one thing, and then group up anyway. It's not like anything's really stopping.
Yeah,
you
right.
from
And wipe again, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, that's not
But
too
my
difficult.
PvE KD, Patrick.
Oh no. That PvE KD.
That PvE
Damn it, my
elo
elo.
is huge.
I really think that this is more in line, Watts, with the conversation and the direction that we had about Scories. I really like the idea. Some of the people after the podcast on Twitter messaged me and us and said that they thought a good change would be that when you had Scories active and you got to kill, it popped out an orb, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did the whole orb thing. Yeah.
Something of that effect was a really good solution.
That was an elegant idea. I thought
It was.
I saw that one too.
I agree. I was hoping that we would get more of that, but not knowing what it takes to design a change like this, this seems like a pretty good solution as well.
If they had made that change, it would have gone from having the worst player on your team run scories to having the best player on your team run scories. The guy who's going to get the most kills. He's going to be pooping out orbs all over the place, and the rest of your team is just going to be getting supers. Like,
no. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think it's a good change. I think it's like, I don't know. I would not have thought about that idea to like make scoring actually work when you get a kill. Like I would never have thought about that, but I'm happy that there is a change towards like a specific direction. And we will see how it's going to develop. Like that's what I say to my people all the time. Like because obviously as a streamer, as soon as the patch notes or the for example, like a Bungie stream happens, people continuously ask you like, what do you think about stream, or like, what do you think about the change? And in the end, we will see how it develops, right? We don't know it, so yeah, it's a right movement into the right direction with the scoring thing, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, and also as chat reminded me, it's extremely important to note that as we're talking about these are suggested, we got to get used to that. These are suggested changes or works in progress and don't necessarily reflect what we're finally going to see, and they're still taking feedback on this stuff.
Yep. I think the most important thing about all this is that we can I think the community has really requested like more of a back and forth instead of here's all the community's information and then here's a change 2 months later. Now I think we have a real chance for an actual back and forth conversation.
Yeah, it makes you feel like more part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that Scories is going to be in trials at all after this change?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
A minute is a long time, Briar.
That is a long time, but they got to get a kill.
Well, how long before somebody figures out a glitch to that? Like if their teammate dies and they revive them.
If you shoot your own grenade,
your grenade. Story. they got to make sure that you can't kill your own trip mine or something, and that would cause to activate the
or a teammate's trip mine, something like that.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Yep.
Truth, Patrick.
Truth. I'm just going to read the whole thing. It's fairly short. While I think Truth's strength is its unique ability to find its target, clearly having more rockets is always better, and losing a loaded rocket is understandably a heavy loss to many players. heavy loss. I get it. To make it a little bit easier to deal with, we are looking into adding one additional rocket into your backpack and bumping Truth to the max rocket launcher reload speed. I don't know what backpack means. I think that means reserve ammo. Reserve ammo. That's what I figured. And then bumping Truth to the max rocket launcher reload speed. Okay. I think they want Truth to definitely be
exotic.
Exotic, but God, I still feel like just having two.
Two would have been better.
I feel like
I feel like two would have been better.
Two would have been better, just straight up.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well, if you get so most rocket launchers, you get 2 rockets, right?
Yeah,
2 rockets. If you get 3 with Truth, but you have to reload between shots, plus it's got that tracking feature, that still feels pretty good.
Yeah, it feels pretty good.
Yeah.
One thing so there was a post on Reddit a while back about how the reason No Land Beyond is pretty good is because everything else has been nerfed down below. And it's like, yeah, I kind of agree with that. But then when you really think about exotics, they used to be on the exact same level as legendaries for the most part. And then they had niche cases where they were really good and better. So it was like, here's the power level of legendaries, and here's also the power level of exotics. But in niche cases, exotics are up here. Now, when everything kind of got lowered, and then they also kind of lowered exotics, and then the niche cases where they're useful brings exotics up to here. In some cases, most likely they're down here. So you're getting these really great benefits from Truth, like the tracking, the proximity debt. But it's coming at a pretty hefty cost at the same time. So it's really weird right now, just their current balancing state for exotics.
I don't know. If I was going to run before the patch, before update 2.5.0.2, if I was going to run a rocket launcher and I had an exotic slot open, it's like no-brainer Truth, right? Because it's the best rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Here's the question.
I'm going to have to make a decision.
Yeah, why wouldn't you use Gallahorn
3
now?
rockets? Well, because I could get an extra rocket with Truth. And
I'm sorry. I mean nowadays it's like now it's Gallahorn.
Now that with the change that's coming theoretically, the Truth is back in that equation, I think, without having 3 rockets ready to go.
I think if you get max reload, you're not looking that they're going the right direction. And I think the benefits that make Truth an exotic is both the proximity det and the tracking rolled up into one rocket launcher. No other rocket launcher has that. That's what makes it exotic. It brings the ammo back in line, but then you will have. I think it's not giving everybody who wanted Truth back to where it was everything they wanted, but then also seeing Truth as like this dominating force in PvP, where you would have people like, right before heavy drops, pausing their screen, switching around guns, and like getting Truth out, so that they could have it. I mean, when that kind of stuff happens, I don't know. I feel like it's a there's a trade-off, and I like it. I think it's a good change.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think they just need to buff Dragon's Breath for PvP.
There it is.
I think
So I would like that. I would
That's
take
the
a
one
buff
right
in PvE.
Dragon's Breath just needs a buff, period, not just
well, I want to use it in PvP and set the world alight. You can be a warlock with your solar grenades, and then you're Dragon's Breath.
I just
Just
want to
light
set
up
the
the
world on
place.
fire. I don't care if it's in PvP or PvE.
Just lit up everything.
Yeah,
I
light it on up.
disagree. You are not allowed to be a warlock.
I still think even if they do that change though with Truth, I think Galahorn is still going to be the one that you use. So it went from one exotic rocket launcher to another essentially. So it didn't really fix what they were trying to do, making some more variety. It's still
You'd still use Galahorn, even though you get an extra rocket with Truth.
2 in the mag, baby.
2 in the mag. It's quicker fire.
2 in the mag is more important than having 3 total.
Yeah, as opposed to boom, boom.
Yeah, I would still go with Galahorn, I think.
Yeah.
I don't use heavy anyways that much in PvP, but yeah, I think I would go, even though you have a rocket more, I think I would go with Galahorn because just the wolf packs are just like destroying. It's a surprise. Every time I get killed by a Galahorn, it's like, oh, dude, he didn't get me. And then suddenly,
Wolfpack.
like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's true.
damn.
Wolfpack
All
around
right.
the corner. Wolfpack around the corner
Yeah.
happens a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the next thing on the list, Pope is unfortunately he stepped away right here, and I would love to hear what he has to say after, because last week apparently he turned into a Crucible god, getting 10 full kills with the Lamponica.
The wrath of Pope.
Yeah, so No Land Beyond, we found a potential workaround for making No Land Beyond flinch like the sniper rifle it is.
So it's going to have sniper flinch, not primary weapon flinch.
Yeah. Because
Cute one.
right now, No Land Beyond, as many of you guys are probably aware, it's one of the most used primaries because it's a sniper rifle that always has ammo in it. And I think most importantly, it doesn't obey the normal laws of a sniper rifle flinch. It's very difficult to actually flinch a No Land Beyond user, and so they are going to add more flinch to it. Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully they don't go overboard and add all the flinch to it, though.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, with the special ammo change, like the fact that you can just have a sniper all the time kind of makes it exotic anyway, because it's like, okay, you can snipe all the time with it. So I'm more okay with adding like full sniper flinch now than I was before the patch, because it's like, okay, well now you can snipe all the time because you have a primary sniper. Whereas
And
before
your
it was like
secondary is the slightly weaker cousin of the last word, sidearm.
Actually, it's stronger.
it's probably better.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
mine
Arguable,
probably
yeah.
has more
If you get
range than my
headshots,
last
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I was watching Lucky and Buttwipe go after it, and the last word versus one of the best, they tried different sidearms, and in very, very close proximity, the sidearm beat out the last word, but majority of cases, it was just like a slightly better. You could either say that the last word was a slightly better sidearm, or sidearms are just slightly weaker last words, but they were really close. But yeah, Miss Watts, I guess I bring back this conversation about from last week where we talked about No Land Beyond, and I felt like there's something, I was surprised at how easy it was to get kills, and I realized when I reflected on it after being embarrassed by the ration of shit I just got during that conversation. I looked back on it and I realized that it's because I really enjoyed sniping prior to the nerf. And I never really bothered using No Land Beyond before, and I realized that the real beauty of it is that that's how all snipers used to feel.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, they did.
And so do you guys think that with this change, No Land Beyond is going to be, I mean, think about what it did to snipers in general.
It's going to be really
happen?
hard.
Yeah.
It's going to be really hard to snipe. I mean, it's not as difficult now. More people are going towards hand cannons because you can kind of time your shot in between the hand cannon shots. But I mean, sniping is hard, man. When you're under fire, you get hit once, you're like, gotta go. Gotta peace out.
Yeah.
So a lot of people just tend to then be like, okay, well, I'm not going to snipe. It even people who were, you know, the main snipers like Sir Demetrius, for example, he stopped sniping like completely, especially in competitive. So I hope not. I hope people still find a use for No Land.
You know, I've been thinking about since they nerfed how much special ammo you get. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing them take away some of that flinch on the rest of the snipers, just to make the snipers a little bit easier to use.
Make a lot more sense.
Now that they're not going to be like used as a primary because of the special ammo changes, like I wouldn't mind seeing them take away some of that flinch.
Yeah.
Not all of it. I don't want to see them return back to the way they were, where like you're in the middle, like you put 2 bursts with a pulse rifle into their face, and then they come up with a headshot.
Yeah.
But a little more forgiving would be nice.
I think so too.
Like, I'm a main sniper. Like, I even ignored the prior 6 month or how much it was where these snipers have actually not been that great. I feel the No Land Beyond, it's necessary to put on a little bit flinch because just it is pretty easy to use a No Land currently. Like, it is pretty tough to snipe with any other sniper, but I would still stick with it. And after a while, you get used to it. But I don't want snipers to be like too easy, so that like the complete community switches over to snipers and stays at the back of the map and just hard scopes at one position.
I don't want them to go back to the way they used to be.
No. Yeah.
But like somewhere in between, I think is the right area.
That would be nice.
Your point is extremely valid. The special ammo nerf Tefty has really made it now that they can be viable again, and still be, but used as intended with less ammo. It's great.
Yeah,
I love it. Make it less flinch again. I like that.
Yeah, it should. Yeah. Bring down the flinch.
All right. Up next on the changes that they're discussing is, as you know, we've nerfed Blink a few times over the years.
Oh, you don't
doing it again.
While we're happy
Blink
with
now sends you off the map all the time.
I think what Blink should be changed, like when you blink, it just immediately throttles you fast. You know, like when a Cabal shield slams you.
It just sends you off the map.
That's what Blink should do to you. Like you just
get launched, rocketed.
Sorry, Meloonie, you definitely like Blink. Well, then you'll like this part. While we're happy with the latest changes, we believe the stack of nerfs has grown too high. Yes, just a little bit. To counter this, we're looking into removing the old recovery nerf entirely. Additionally, we're looking at pulling back the time that you're HUDless by a little bit. So
it should be the blink, just really fast. The blink thing, you losing your HUD. It should only happen while you're like in blink. If you're going to do it at all, it should only happen while it's in blink. Not when you're on the ground and you're like, I blinked an hour ago. Why am I running around with no HUD? Yeah. So, yes. Okay. There we go. Sorry.
I agree with that 100%. It should be, your HUD goes away when you're in the middle of the blank and then comes back as soon as you land. Because it is weird that there's like this cooldown. Suddenly, now we're back. It's like, what? What does that even balance?
That's like I was so confused when they announced that. I was like, wait, what? Really? And then I played it. Like, I still remained Blink. I can't believe I'm still using Blink. I tried Shade Step, but I still said, I'm actually gonna stay with Blink. But it's so in like those squishiest situations where you're 1v3 and you're just like trying to get out there somehow, and suddenly your radar is gone. That's like in that moment you're like, oh no, please, where is it?
They should do something like when you blink, you lose your like melee energy or something like that. Maybe like
when you blink, it's a total random direction. I think that's the change we should go with. You just end up in a random.
Wait, what? No.
When you blink,
we're joking.
You end up with a warlock jump. That's a fucking nerf.
That's the nerf. Yeah.
Mid blink,
you can actually end up teleported into a wall or something.
Honestly, Blink is one of my all-time favorite jumps too. So it's sad.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, it's sad for me to witness it just go further and further and further. So I don't know if this is really going to bring it back. I think they need to retool some things beyond just the recovery.
So one thing that I like about like Josh explained it a little bit on Twitter as well, and kind of like we all assumed, it is because on the lower end of the skill spectrum, Blink is causing a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And
it's hard to combat.
It's hard to combat if you haven't, played enough to know how it works.
Especially when somebody's in close to you, and if you're not at a high sensitivity, it can be very difficult. Like if they blink over you and past you, it can be very difficult for a new player to figure out where that person is.
But isn't that the point of the point of the ability?
Yeah, but it's it's a very strong skill.
It is.
That's why that's why they've had to nerf it over time.
But poor hunters, they have nothing that helps them in PvP at all.
I have a throwing knife. That's all I need.
They're so challenged in their PvP.
Fucking skip grenades,
abilities.
man.
Oh, dude.
All the shade towards us hunters. I don't know. I feel like balancing a very high skill movement ability around the lower end of the skill base. It's not wrong, but you're doing it for the wrong reasons. If a player is having trouble like with combating an ability that they are unaware of all the properties of it, that's more on that individual player to learn how that works.
Well, they added that like stream, right?
Yeah, so you can see where
you can see it.
Pointed. I feel like that was the thing about Blink that really kind of balanced Blink, and then everything they've done after that seems a little overboard.
Yeah.
Like you can see where they're blinking to. The biggest problem was how confusing it was, and it was hard to play against because they could blink immediately. You couldn't really see where they were going very well.
Quick draw on a shotgun.
Yeah.
Exactly. They could like shotgun you mid blink. It was crazy. I was a blink shotgunner. It was it was fun. So I think that initial change where you could actually see where they were going and making it to where you couldn't blink as fast in between them and have a cooldown on it, I think that was fine. It's then up to the player, like you said, to actually notice that and pay attention to it because you can see where they're going. Plenty of times I just look in the air and I'm like, okay, wait for it. Okay, shoot him.
Yeah.
But if
the player has to adapt to that.
If you don't take lower skill level players, that's the majority of fucking players.
Sure.
So if you don't take their opinions and their player experience into account, you're not gonna get too many new players.
When you're loading into the Crucible match or you're waiting, they can have little tool tips come across the screen where it's like, did you know that there's a trail from Blink? You can follow it to find the player.
Did you know this motherfucker's behind you with a shotgun?
Did you know with Storm Trance melee, you can melee across the complete map? Not anymore.
Now only half the map.
Yeah.
Half the map now.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like some of the nerfs to Blink are definitely overboard. It's a high skill ability. Hopefully this makes it a little more usable. If they're gonna make the HUDless thing, like you guys said, it should definitely be only while you're like in the Blink animation. After that, just please immediately return it.
Yeah. Blink's a funny thing. It takes skill to use and it takes skill to combat. It's high skill on both sides of the coin.
It's a high skill move. Yeah. Number 6 on the list. I don't know if you guys read this post on Reddit. It was pretty funny. Basically, kind of. I think it was. I had a couple chuckles.
I thought it was mildly entertaining at best. Kind of funny. I think it's selling it a bit.
I think it's a little mean spirited.
It is. It is.
And but I like the part where he throws a cherub statue out the window.
Yeah.
To solve the problem. It's just funny.
Yeah. So some of the community, I remember last time when they said they adjusted skill-based matchmaking was by Derek Carroll throwing paper clips at the skill-based matchmaking lever. It's like it adjusted it. The lever moved from the paper clip that hit it. They're taking some of their aggression out. I don't know. It was mean-spirited, but there were some funny parts. And he responds by saying Nutty McNutterson is a lazy name for a squirrel, and you all knew it. Because there was a squirrel in the story called Nutty McNutface.
They got distracted.
Nutty McNutface.
They got distracted by the squirrel.
Yeah, they got distracted by the squirrel.
I get distracted by squirrels. If I see a squirrel running out my window, I'm absolutely going to go look at it.
Yeah,
I mean, what it shows me is that Josh has got a sense of. It shows me a couple things, which I really love about this. In summation, like it shows that he has a sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
It shows that he listens to the community and reads their what they're writing, even if it's mean spirited. He takes it with a grain of salt and realizes, satire like that conveys a message. Political satire is a huge way of communicating when something's wrong, and he heard it for what it is. And I just think it's a brilliant addition to this. It shows that it says a lot of things about them and what they're doing right with this post.
Yeah.
I like it when they do stuff like that, because it makes people feel like they can talk to them more, because it's not just super strict. There's some humor in there. They kind of throw some jabs and some back and forth. So I really like it when they do that. It makes devs seem like real people that we can talk to.
Agreed. Yeah.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you guys, now that we've had, is it basically 2 weeks or...
We're on week 2.
We're on week 2.
Like,
week 2,
how are you guys feeling about the current meta? Like, we're starting to...
I like it.
Yeah?
I hardly ever even use my sidearm. I use it when I run out of ammo, like I said, in my primary, and someone's challenging me. I'm like, okay. But for the most part, I'm using my primary, and I'm keeping that distance to where most people are using their primary with me. So it's kind of what I wanted for so long, is primary fights. And I've been playing a ton of Crucible, and for the first time since they made the last change, I actually want to play Crucible. And I'm excited to play Crucible. I find myself sitting there like, I want to play some Crucible right now, which didn't happen for like 6 months. So
yeah,
I'm having a
Watts,
good time.
I 100% agree with you. Like, that's the exact same feeling I'm getting right now. It's like, I just didn't have drive to play Crucible for, I don't know, like last 2 or 3 months, really. And I feel like I was one of the last holdouts. And now it's like I really am enjoying my time in the Crucible.
Yeah.
There's the changes to primaries too. I think really made a big difference, because like I'm playing with Hawkmoon, I'm playing with different hand cannons, I'm playing with my PDX 45 or the Hawksaw, like Hopscotch Pilgrim, Spare Change. Like there's all these other guns too that have kind of come into the mix.
But we saw primaries show up at the top of the list for guns used in trials.
No, it must be a glitch. That's weird.
No, I was blown away. Like, I mean, primaries at the top of the list. It was great. There used to be like 2 or 3 shotguns within the top 5. And now there's
sidearms.
The palindrome. There's sidearms.
Sidearms and hand
Definitely
cannons.
sidearms.
But the main gun that was used in trials was No Land Beyond.
Primary.
The Mida multi-tool.
A primary.
Yeah.
then Wormwood. It was I forget the list. I'll have to bring it up again. But it was a stark contrast between the 2 weeks from.
I definitely can't wait until we see a different map other than Black Shield.
Yo, but it played so different though, didn't it?
Like, thought it was
most of my complaints
that
with
was
Black
number 1.
Shield. Most of my complaints with Black Shield, Patrick, were that there was just people camping those fucking doors with sniper rifles, so you couldn't go anywhere near them. And I didn't feel like
an icebreaker still exists, Briar. And
No
let me
Land
tell
Beyond
you,
an icebreaker still exists, but it didn't feel as prevalent as it has in the past. On that,
it most definitely still felt prevalent.
Yeah,
to me,
maybe there's a difference between just our experiences.
Yeah, just different times. Like I played it multiple times over the weekend. As the weekend further progressed, more and more people were camping. At the very start, it was great. Like I think Watts, you and I, you can probably agree with me there, is that our first 2 trials cards were mostly us fighting either inside or outside, but primaries, a little bit of sidearm usage there. And then as the weekend progressed, we saw a lot of Icebreaker, a lot of No Land, I
mostly played on Friday, so that might have been the difference right there.
Yeah.
I think Icebreaker is like kind of still pleasant to counter. Like Icebreaker is just like as any other sniper, right? It's just having the flinch. Because shoot him with a primary, and the person most of the time doesn't know what to do or backs off or whatever. So it was actually pretty pleasant. Yeah, it was nice. There were a lot of sidearms, but you can kind of counter them or avoid
it's
them.
Pretty obvious that the meta really was focusing on special ammo. I mean, I brought it up under the Destiny Trials Report Twitter page. They put the list. No Land Beyond was the top primary, with the palindrome second, and might and multitude third. With in the special categories, the wormwood, icebreaker, and trespasser.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
it sounds about right.
About right. Mm-hmm. With 11% of the kills coming from 11.5 coming from No Land Beyond and 13.8 coming from the wormwood. So the wormwood is still like the highest.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think because it's the weapon you can buy. With
you can just buy it from the vendor.
Yeah, you can just buy it.
It's got
That's
a
why
great
a lot of
roll
people
right from the
use
vendor.
it. Mm-hmm.
So I think it's great that there's been a shift. You know, no more Matador 64. Things are changing in terms of what that list looks like. But I don't think that the list is going to change. You know, like I don't think. Like if you're,
I don't think we'll see much. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, are you okay with that being week after week now? That list.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for the most
Okay.
part.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I'm not really interested in just another different looking list that's going to be identical week after week.
Trade it. We kind of did trade shotguns for sidearms, I think.
I much
prefer that.
Yeah.
Like I said before, it
Much
feels like I have a gunfight with a sidearm as opposed to just saying, "How did he hit me from that far away?"
I agree with you on that. I think
it's a
I think
Jug
it's
Titan
much
running
better
at
to
me.
not have a bunch of Matador 64s in your face and, you know, Titans flying across with Twilight Garrison and all that. Which, I mean, I did that and I thought it was fun too at the same time, but it gets boring. I just don't know. Like, I think it's great what the meta has, or the meta shift has done in pushing things forward and changing the face of things. But in terms of me, I don't feel like, oh my God, I can't wait to get back in the Crucible right now, because it's literally the same guns. You know what I mean?
I can definitely say that no matter the meta that exists in any video game, it eventually gets stale.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And also, people are always gonna camp. Like every single game, people camp, and you know they'll either be camping with icebreakers or they'll be camping with longbows. They're gonna be camping with something. If that's how people want to play the game, that's how they're gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't stop people from camping.
The only thing I wish that was different, honestly, and this is going to be an unpopular opinion, because I do love hand cannons. I think they're great, but at the same time, with how much time we put in this game, I really wish it was not a hand cannon meta, because ultimately, it's Ias Luna palindromes if you want to use a primary.
Yeah.
At the top tier, you're looking at palindrome, AS Luna. That's pretty much it. I would like autos to come up a little bit more. I think they could do some more
It
love.
would have been great if it was
if you have a lot
high
of
impact
range on your
autos.
hand cannon too, it does reach out and do damage at really long ranges.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I know.
Autos
Oh,
are
I
fine
know.
currently, kind of, but
What's that?
well, I think you can like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that after a while, like currently I'm fine with the meta, because I was really, really annoyed by the previous meta. I was like really exhausted from it. It made me rage a lot most of the time. I think we will get tired of it soon as well, maybe. I think because if you see like get killed by the same weapon over and over again, you just get annoyed. And it's probably enhanced by the way people play the new meta, because as Miss 5000 Watt said, she like if people want to camp, they're gonna camp, and that's I think that's like the combination between how they use the meta, and if you hard scope that one point, or if you're moving across the map and then do a quick scope with your sniper, you kind of respect more the quick scope than the person that is just hard scoping at one point and waiting for you to pass that door or whatever, or head glitching or whatever. So I think we're gonna get tired after a while of the meta, but I definitely prefer this meta over the prior meta, definitely.
Yeah.
And
I think there's more opportunities for people to make mistakes in the current meta, like your opponent to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Previously, shotguns were, I feel like they were pretty forgiving in terms
They
of
were very forgiving.
Once you got within that range, you know, pull the trigger, you're good.
I think also Black Shield wasn't a great map for anything. It's not a good map for anything. It brings out the worst in people. So I feel like with a different map, you might see less camping, because people camped Black Shield so hard.
People
all
will
the
camp
time.
Black Shield and Rift. Come on.
They will. Yes, people will camp Black Shield if we took specials out of the game and you only had like a little pew pew gun. They would just sit in the back. Black Shield is not good for making people not camp. So I'm excited for tomorrow to see what the map is and see how people play that. And I think the Scory change will make a big change as well, personally, because then you're giving up map control and you're not being able to gain anything from that because of the Scories nerf. So
yeah, hopefully we see these changes come out soon.
I played trials, and I was one shot. I had one loss on my card, and we had one more game to go before we went flawless, and I switched to Scories.
Nah.
I still don't own Scories. Actually,
Get out of here. I don't know.
I bought the perfectly rolled Scories that's in.
Oh,
I was going to.
Now. Yeah,
but
it's
I didn't.
Gorgeous. It's 100% stat rolls on it. 103%.
I thought it was 112.
I used the crap. We had a little dance party, in the back.
Oh my god!
Light show.
Yeah.
Were you also a Stormcaller?
And then one of us was. And then I messaged the person afterwards and I apologized.
Does anyone actually have a problem with Scories as long as you're not like camping your spawn with it? Like
I camp the spawn. I'm so sorry.
There's a very big difference between I currently have Scories equipped and I'm playing the game to we're gonna all use Scories and we're gonna sit in the back. This is how it's gonna work, guys. There's like a very big difference between you having it equipped and that being like your game plan.
I just remind you guys of playing Pantheon. Like, was it the prior week or when was Pantheon?
Yeah.
Literally, people were sitting up top their spawn. You spawn, you spawn up top like the little, I don't know what that is, little hill. People were just sitting up there when we were like 4-0 in front, and they didn't see any other chance anymore, and they just stayed in their spawn and legit moved to the back of it and just waited. And I was like, for reals, you gotta get double skip nades right now up there. It doesn't help either, but still, it's like, why are you even doing this? So yeah,
Pantheon was bad actually.
I love Pantheon.
I like Pantheon, but it was like, why
map.
Stop it? You're ruining my map. Stop it.
Still don't like that map.
I used it. I won. I got to the lighthouse with my flawless card, and I laughed all the way back to my postmaster with Scories on.
And he cried at your bed to sleep. Cried in your pillow as you went to sleep.
I did a little bit.
I do that every night, so no real changes.
Yo, Iron Banner's next week.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm excited for that.
Lingering song.
It will be Supremacy.
Yes.
Supremacy Iron Banner.
That's going to be interesting.
Side note, I was actually hoping it would be Supremacy because now with the changes to special ammo and less shotguns and all that stuff, I was wondering how it will play when there's a bunch of people playing it. So
Yeah.
It's fun now. The daily was Supremacy a couple of days ago, so I put in a bunch of games, and it's completely different.
It is. It's totally different. It's totally different experience.
Nice.
I will say one thing though. Both Horizon Zero Dawn and the Nintendo Switch launch that exact same day.
Yeah.
So,
not the Switch. Switch is the third.
Oh, the Switch. Okay, my bad. For some reason, I thought it was the same day.
Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn.
It
was on
launched on the
Tuesday.
28th. I want to say called it.
Did you guys buy the legendary or like the digital collector's edition?
You
thing?
get special outfits. You know I bought it.
Yes, I know. Me too. I bought it too. There's so much to be ashamed about.
Yeah, I bought it.
I was like, oh, pretty little crown thing she's wearing.
I know.
I must have it.
I would buy it. I hope they have an EverQuest or an Eververse trading company where I can buy more outfits for her.
I would buy so many outfits.
I'm sure
for her.
they will.
All day.
All day.
Just stunning.
Anyway,
I'm actually really looking forward to that game. I'm planning on streaming that. So it just occurred to me when Patrick said it that I usually play like Iron Banner all week with viewers, but now I'm planning on.
You guys all stream? Are you guys all gonna be streaming Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It comes out at 9 p.m.
Yeah, 9 p.m. Pacific on Monday night.
Perfect.
Yep.
Isn't it like earlier in like New Zealand or whatever?
It might
I think they are having it earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, might be.
I'm not sure though. Yeah, but I'm gonna play it. Sure.
I'm excited.
I may wait till the weekend to play Horizon. Probably gonna play.
That's not a bad idea.
And wait, because it's gonna be there for me. I mean,
it is a single player game.
You must play Trials at the weekend, Patrick.
I don't play Trials on Saturday and Sunday.
You don't?
No, I only do it Fridays and Mondays.
Oh.
I have
like
to
the stress
myself.
Days. You want to have like the highest stress level possible. Right?
Yeah. No, I also just don't want to play Destiny that much because or else I get completely burnt out with making content on YouTube and streaming all the time. My mind's constantly on Destiny. If I have to play Trials one more time, actually, I think that's most of like I don't want to die to shotguns one more time. So who knows? Maybe I could start streaming it on Saturday and Sunday. I think, last Friday was the first time I kept streaming after we ended our trial stream. I just kept streaming. It's like, I'm gonna go do PvP and just keep playing. I'm enjoying it. And then Dado messaged me and he's like, hey, I want to do some trials cards. Can we go do that? I was like, yeah, fuck it, sure. It's like, you've been playing trials for 8 hours. Yeah, let's go. I'm fine with it. And we sucked, but hey, we still had fun.
Yeah.
Was he trapping?
No, he wasn't trapping. I
See,
believe
that's the problem. He wasn't.
Yeah, he was playing everything and just sucking. Dado was a backpack that entire time. He's a very heavy backpack.
Wow, your new roommate is going to be really upset you just said that. I know.
Those are his
Have
words,
some
man.
words with you, man.
Those are his words, not mine. Dado is not my roommate. I need to immediately dispel that for the love of God.
I don't know.
think
You
Yeah.
could share on the 1 gigabit internet bill on fiber if you were roommates.
That's right. You and Ari's looking, Triple Breck's looking for, some
He's
more
already-
Oh
help
my
clean.
God, you can
Looking
do
for
the
a
new
chef.
streamer house.
Oh yeah,
I know. You guys
Rick
could,
will tell me.
Dado can cook, right?
I can cook better.
Yes.
You obviously can't clean, but it would be
No,
worth it.
exactly.
You could try, right? You could clean. You do such a good job.
I'll come by
Right?
every now and then, say hi.
That sounds like a brilliant opportunity.
Yeah, you know what else is a brilliant opportunity? Iron
What?
Banner next week, because you get a sniper rifle, or you can get the hand cannon. First time that they are offering the hand cannon.
I'm
There
excited.
it is. Lingering song.
I am actually looking forward to playing Iron Banner this time, to be honest.
Mhm.
I am
Because I
too.
want a perfectly rolled lingering song.
Yeah.
It is a really fun gun. It's
It is.
not awesome gun, but it's a fun
What's a good
gun.
roll on it?
Consult.
Like chamber.
Rifled barrel.
Okay, you only need. I think you only need like Hammer Forge to really get it to max range. But I would suggest Rifled Barrel. It has a fantastic base stability on it, so like that, you don't really want to mess with that, in my opinion. So go for Rifled Barrel. Hammer Forged also fine with the range changes to hand cannons. Quick Draw. I think you should get Quick Draw on this because it's possible to have a max range hand cannon plus Quick Draw, which is really good. Very good to have.
That's good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Luck of the Chamber does an ass load of damage.
Yep.
Hidden Hand, Luck of the Chamber, both really good. Rangefinder, Army of One.
Does anybody currently have one that they've been
Yeah.
using?
Nope.
I have a decent
Nope.
one.
I got
have a
one.
decent one. Yeah.
Nope.
I've been
know.
using one since the first week of Iron Banner.
Yeah,
I
the thing
love it.
it literally sounds like you've got like one of those big nails that you use for railroad ties, and you're pounding it into somebody's skull. Like every time you fire it, it's
Jesus.
awesome.
That sounds violent, right?
Yeah.
But so does the
Yeah.
gun.
Briar's been working on the railroad, guys.
Hell on
Getting
wheels.
business done.
You know those
Yeah.
those nails that you use to
On the
put
railroads.
together railroads.
Yep.
The one thing I will say is this archetype of hand cannon. I've played with it. Hand cannon's a hell of a lot since the patch came out. So I put out the video about it. I feel like this archetype of hand cannon, it's back to where it was in year one, where it's like, yeah, it works, but medium rate of fire hand cannons are just straight up better.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
straight up
Time to
better.
kill.
I like it in sixes better than threes, just because I feel like I'm team firing more often. And when those huge chunks of damage comes off, I'm like stealing other people's kills.
Exactly.
feels
You
good.
could just
Yeah.
steal them away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're looking
95
chamber.
Kind of like
headshot
you did
damage.
with the podcast showdown, man. You
Yeah.
stole
What's that?
so many of my kills, Brad.
I was just
Not that many.
it's a really good hand cannon. I definitely recommend getting a max either hammer forged or rifled barrel, quick draw, and then whatever you like it as a last perk. If you like luck in the chamber, try to get that. But rangefinder and hidden hand are both fine on it. If you're wanting PvE, I'd go for Firefly because Firefly's just sweet. Now when you shoot it and it sounds really cool, there's also an explosion.
I wonder if you could
Which
make a
makes it
fake bringer
awesome.
out of it. Can you get I wonder if you could get explosive rounds and outlaw on it.
Nope.
Neither?
The outlaw is not available to roll on it. You
Too
can
bad.
get explosive rounds in Firefly, just no outlaw. You could
I
get
have
like
one with Firefly. It is kind of fun, but it's it's slow and you're doing more damage than you really need to.
Yeah.
Most headshots.
Mhm.
So it's a little redundant.
So
Right.
we touched on it a little bit. Supremacy since the new patch. You guys have played it a little bit.
I haven't played
Mhm.
Supremacy yet.
Feels like
I haven't.
COD. Like like Kill Confirm was my favorite mode in Call of Duty when they brought it out, and I was like, "Oh, Supremacy in Destiny's gonna be awesome." And then it's like, "Oh, this
Matador exists.
Yeah.
Yeah. So playing it now, it feels super fun. It's honestly a really good mode now that there's less Matadors. It's good. I know
the
Brian
thing
plays.
about Kill Confirmed in Call of Duty that didn't really transfer over to Supremacy was that it's a game mode that really discourages camping, because to score you have to go out and get those crests. Yep. But because of the Matador and the Party Crasher and the all those really high powered shotguns, it was like whenever you went out there to get a crest, you just felt like it was raining fucking shotgun pellets on you at all times. So it feels different now. It feels like to me it feels like it was meant to feel, where you're now more mobile around the map. You're getting into a lot of gunfights. You gotta push forward to go and get those crests, but you're not like just wary of every corner because there's a Matador standing behind it.
I haven't actually played it yet, so I gotta try it. I gotta play some Iron Banner, I guess.
I really enjoy it because Watts, remember when we were playing it at Bungie and we were like, this is really fun.
This is so good. You tell everyone, this is amazing.
and because all of us were using like auto rifles and the scout rifle that we had, we didn't have any actual secondaries. We were all just using primaries for the most part. So we were like, this is playing really well. This is fun, man. This is great. And then the game released and everyone's still using Matador, and we're like, oh shit, the live game's totally different than what we tested. So I'm really hoping this kind of brings it back to that, and I think people should really enjoy it.
I played a bunch of Supremacy, and I'm with you guys that Watts it's just definitely changed the way it feels. I feel like teaming up gunshots with primaries and supporting each other, there's more team gameplay than the individual run and gun shotgun rushing. So you actually have to work together. If there's a score out in the middle of the open, you guys got to work together to get it. It's just, it plays a lot different. And I would argue that in some ways, and I hate to say this, I'm reluctant to say this, but it plays slower, but it's better that way.
It was too chaotic before. It was like almost mayhem. You're like, is mayhem Supremacy? It was too much before.
Yeah.
I will say it's a lot harder to secure the crest now because you're killing things at primary range and not Matador range. So you have to. You're not as close. You have to go in and grab the crest, and you have to make sure it's clear, or else you'll get shot down too. So that's one of the things.
Forward. You got to like go. It feels like Call of Duty in that it's like
it's a team
push forward. You don't
now.
necessarily just like sprint forward all the time with a shotgun in your hand.
It's more difficult to play, but I feel like it's more rewarding to play at the same time. So I'm definitely interested to see how the community responds to it. I think we should like it for sure.
I think so.
Hopefully.
It's gonna just be sticky
a better
nades.
version.
Guys, please
sticky
don't.
nades.
Please stop it.
Sticky nades.
Oh god, sticky nades. Oh no. I'm very excited about it because right? I'm very excited about it because I had the same feeling about Supremacy when it first came out. I was like, oh man, this is great. And even somebody who enjoyed shotgunning people, it just got old really fast. I'm interested to see if things are going to be the same though in this Supremacy or this Iron Banner, I should say, because I wonder if people.
Interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if people are going to switch things up a little bit when it comes to like if maybe they are going to use some shotguns again. Maybe like if you're very careful. It seems like using Wormwood is still going to be the preferred sidearm.
Will be.
Yeah. Will be.
Anything else we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about something we like?
How about that sniper rifle?
Laughing.
Yeah, the laughing.
That's not as good as the one out of Archon's Forge.
Congrats on your 3 legendary marks every time you get a sniper rifle from Iron Banner this week. It's they're pretty good legendary marks.
400 for you.
If you get enough of those, if you get enough sniper rifles, you can go buy a Wormwood.
There you go.
That would be my suggestion. That's a really good sidearm.
What was the armor again? Also,
helmets and boots.
Yeah,
and that has been a real good source of awesome gear.
Yep,
because they generally have great rolls on them when you buy them from the vendor.
That's true.
And they tend to have high. If you're not that 400 light yet,
Yep.
Yeah.
They not only do they tend to have good rolls, but they tend to drop at high light levels.
Yeah.
It's a great way to rank up if you haven't gotten all your characters to 400 yet.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna play on that.
Or if you're
Xbox
starting
One.
like a new warlock or something because somebody made you
Oh
delete
my
your Titan.
god! Oh my god! He's a level 11, and it takes so long. I mean, he hasn't died yet, Tefty.
Oh, nice.
He hasn't died yet.
Level
Yeah.
11.
Yep, level 11. And so, just so you know that the Titan Brotherhood is still out there, Briar. So, Melanie, if you don't know what happened, I challenged Deej to release some information early on this week at Bungie last week, and I said, if you leak me information, I'll delete my Titan. You have 1 hour. And like 15 minutes later, he messaged me and like he posted a tweet with subs. Okay, so I had to delete my Titan and start this Warlock. Well, the funny thing is that I decided to do a permanent Destiny thing, and I'm actually really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. You know, you slow down. I know you guys have all talked about this, and it's me just rehashing it, but it's the first time I've tried it, and I really wish that we had I wish that I hadn't deleted my Titan, but it's still a lot of fun to play, and I'm really enjoying it. But the Titan Brotherhood, Brian, is live and well. Someone messaged me on Twitter and sent me the purchase code for a class level up and a subclass and 3 subclass levels up. So that when my warlock dies, all I have to do is just go bloop, 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 bloop. I'm back to
Nice.
being full scale Titan.
You can always just buy a Titan from McFarlane. You can buy one with Vault of Glass armor, or
There you
That's
go.
true.
Lord Saladin.
That's true.
That Lord Saladin is pretty
Zavala.
dope.
Yeah.
Mila Zavala.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mini Zavala.
Yep. The other thing.
Oh,
The other thing too is, Pope, you picked a really bad week for that, because man, last week with exposure, solar burn, and doing the Titan hammer glitch was some
But
of
you
the.
should do it this week.
You can do, yeah, but it's not the
That's
same.
true.
Exposure and solar burn make you like nearly invincible, aside from a few things. Man, that glitch was so fun.
I saw you streaming that, Tefty, and it looked.
It's so
I
much
wanted
fun.
to jump on and try it so badly. I was just
Do you guys
That
see my
looked like
screen?
a
Do you
ton
guys
of
see
fun.
my face flashing
Yes.
orange right now?
Yeah.
It's because I'm doing the glitch right now. I'm sitting here spamming R1, solar charging everywhere.
The mobility and infinite hammers on those strikes, it was incredible. Some bosses you could permanently stagger, and you could just be like, tiger knee, right into the boss. It was the greatest thing. Oh my god.
Tiger uppercut.
Yeah.
That's great, man. I saw you doing the memes, and you are hilarious when you guys stream together. That was fun
thanks,
to
bud.
watch. And jump in. You guys have a great chemistry, and like, well, I mean, you're married, but I mean, that's great that you're married and you like each other.
It's great that you also have
so-
good chemistry with your wife.
Good
Awesome.
job.
Wow, Pope. I'm so happy for your wife now. God.
Well, no, I'm in a great relationship, and I love my second wife. Thank you very much.
There you go.
So it's about learning from your mistakes, Patrick. All right. Anyway,
There you go.
no, but watching you do the Blade Dancer, glitch. I don't know if people knew how to do it. I mean, it's a PvE thing, so
the
I don't
Blade-
really feel like it's bad to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. And
That's fine.
yeah, the Blade Dancer one is considerably more difficult because you have to pop your super first and then hop on the Sparrow, and it's not nearly as fun as Infinite Hammers. Infinite Hammers and Tiger Knee across the map is incredible. It like makes you feel like a god in the game, which you want to get to a certain point where you feel overpowered and godlike. And that last week, that was how it was.
That was it.
Yeah.
You beat Destiny.
Exactly. I was like, this
it
is
better
legitimately
than when-
amazing. And there was times on
Is it
certain
better
maps.
than when before they nerfed
better.
hammers? It's better.
better.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Like I said, you feel like a god. Everything falls at your
When-
knees. It's incredible.
When they bring Cauterize back too, like you'll just keep
That's
your health
true.
back.
Yeah, exactly. There were certain points too on certain strikes where when a turret shows up, I'd be like, yes, a turret. We got infinite hammers, because you could do it on a turret as well.
Yep.
So fun.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
It's fun. It's fun. I highly suggest everyone actually go out and do the glitch. There's a Reddit post about it. There's probably YouTube videos
Oh,
about
there's
it
a ton
now.
of them. Yeah.
Yep.
Just look for the most clickbaity thing. It'll probably go over it. Yeah, it's super fun. You can't do it in PvP unless combined arms, and just don't do it if combined arms happens to be up. There you go. But yeah, it's very fun to do in PvE. I haven't had this much fun in PvE in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Watts had to go somewhere. Another thing that's really fun and awesome are actually these wild mics and headphones. Okay. That was the worst transition I've done in quite a while. But this is just some of the iconic gear that Blue creates. Blue's award-winning products are the driving force behind professional musicians, internet creators, and countless elite gaming teams and Twitch streamers. Their Yeti USB mic is the internet's most popular microphone, and their Mo-Fi and Lola headphones deliver an insane sound and a very personalized fit. Blue offers everything you need to completely immerse yourself in the ultimate gameplay experience. Learn more about Blue at bluemic.com. This podcast is also sponsored by Blue. I am the most professional person, and I forget to say it at least 50% of the time right at the start of the podcast. We love you. We love you, Blue. Please don't end sponsorship. So.
Can't you just edit yourself in like at the beginning saying, just in one of the dead spots go, this podcast sponsored by Blue Microphone?
I could.
Blue's got a new set of headphones coming. It's either coming out or they're out, that they're Bluetooth and noise canceling.
Yeah, I have a meeting with Blue next week, and I'm gonna talk to him, see if we can't get some fun giveaway units for this podcast here.
And they got a new set that's really expensive. I think it's $700. But Tefty, you might be able to help me out with the name of these. It's not like a cone speaker. It's like a flat panel. It's like electrostatic. I can't remember.
Flat panel on the headphones?
Yeah.
Oh,
planar
nice.
magnetic.
Oh, okay.
Planar magnetic.
Nice. Yeah.
Which are really expensive, but apparently they sound great.
Yeah, I think they'd sound great on my head. So.
Nice.
All right, let's go to some Twitter questions, Briar.
Yep. I can do Twitter questions very quickly in just moments.
Man, this is great.
Do it.
Got to cue it up.
Do it.
All right.
Yeah, Twitter questions. Woo.
We already asked this one. This one we already talked about. Nutty McNutface. James Pratt says, Destiny 2, will it be the bee's knees or the butt's nut? Or also, weapon update, dogs bullocks or just load of bullocks? This one's aimed at Tefty.
I had never heard the term mutts nuts before until last night, and I thought that was just fantastic. Yeah, I had never heard of that.
It's a great term. I learned it today, too.
Yeah, okay, great. I was like, I can't be the only one. See? Dude, mutts nuts apparently is like the bee's knees or like dog's bollocks, which is supposedly great. And I was like, yeah. Mutts nuts, apparently.
I learned something.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second, huge question mark on my face. But as soon as these guys said you learned it yesterday, I was like, whew.
Yeah, that was just
I'm not that kind of a blab, I guess.
Apparently it's British slang, though.
How was mutts nuts? I mean, when I think of a mutts nuts, most dogs are neutered, right?
So here's what it is. So apparently bollocks is bad, but the dog's bollocks is good. So then apparently dog's bollocks turned into the mutts nuts, which is still good.
Okay.
Yeah. Either way, I think it's fantastic. Mutts nuts is great, right? Yeah.
Of wordsmithing.
Yeah. This meta, mutts nuts.
Yeah. This meta is the mutts nuts. So
says, except for sidearms, how do you guys feel with responding with one special ammo? Would it help or hinder? Would its absence be done to the game?
So basically, if you would
what do you guys think?
Spawn with a little bit of
you
special
spawn
ammo?
after you die. You spawn with one special ammo. Do you think it would help or hinder what's been changed?
I think I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I would be. I think like when the patch came out, I was like, why take all the special ammo away? Especially with the fact that sidearm still has like the ammo, but just like after you die or you respawn in trials, for example, in the next round, why just don't like give us like 25% or just a little bit of it? And that kind of would make actually the domination of sidearms maybe a little bit less. So
I completely disagree. Yeah. I think if you give back any special ammo, especially in trials where it's a 30-second timer on that special box, you basically you've reverted back. Everybody's going to be back on shotgun and sniper primaries, even if you give it one, because it'll give them just enough time to wait for that 30 seconds using that shotgun primary.
Don't you kind of already have that though with icebreaker and invective?
You got to wait for those to regen ammo, though.
Yeah, but 7 seconds.
But that's 7. Yeah, it's 7 to 8 seconds, I think.
And you're using an exotic slot to do it.
True, but then again, that was
we
true.
should let this. I think we should let this meta like play out a little bit before we like.
Yeah, before we start suggesting
let it breathe.
those types of changes.
Yeah, I feel like we need to let this percolate a little bit because, man, I mean, everybody hasn't had a chance to settle in, you know. And I think
it's been a week and a half. Been a week and a half at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we still got at least 6 months till Destiny 2 comes out.
At the very least.
Can't wait! I'm so
my
excited. Super excited for it. Can't wait.
Trade 12345 says, you think they'll ever do a Guardian Con style event in Europe?
Someone would have to organize it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna do I don't think it's gonna be Goth and Broman and Kevin.
No.
But there's nothing stopping somebody else from doing one.
More console, Bife and Eric's, you know, might as well.
Yeah, there you go.
Unknown player. Those guys could team up.
Yeah. If
Or it could just be
like
community driven.
Or Meloonie, you could do it.
I could do it, but the thing
Let's
is, like, I
go.
was just thinking about it. If I would do it, I would like try to get like more like other people into it as well, like other streamers, for example. Like right now, it's like Kevin, Broman, Goth. They're like all like really. I don't know. They all live in Tampa, right?
Yeah.
So
that's
they
the
all
reason
live together
it's
in a closed area.
Yeah.
So I think that is like very supporting that idea. And as a person. Like, how do you decide where in Europe to do it? You know, it kind of.
I think the guy who starts it, the guy or girl who starts it, gets to make that decision.
Yeah.
Jump on it.
Yes, Cologne.
Pick any
You want it
beer
in your
garden.
hometown?
Just
be
pick
the person
any
who
beer
starts it.
garden, any beer garden in Germany, and let's go.
Yeah, I'll go.
Beer garden in Germany, in Cologne. Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay, wait.
We're gonna have
Gotta
to
make
sell a lot of
notes.
t-shirts.
Let's go.
You know,
Just gonna
Hope
say.
you want some good beer.
I just
I
want
can
beer.
just pretend that the Gamescom already got
Yes.
the Guardian Con initials.
Just
Guardian Con,
what you
Gamescom.
should do is have it as a one-day event aside somewhere near in the same town as Gamescom, so that you could have like that could be like the Destiny gathering.
Last year I was watching Gamescom, and there was a lot of Destiny people there. Like a
Oh
lot.
yeah, hell yeah.
Well, Gamescom
yeah.
is like I don't know, 4 times the size of.
It's
Anything
very
we have-
it's
It's
open to the public.
huge.
It's open
It's
to the
huge.
public.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know like how big E3 is, but it's
like-
considered
it's
like the
4 or
European
5
E3.
times. No, it's way bigger than E3. Oh my god!
Really?
Oh my god! Yeah, yeah.
Is it
E3's
bigger? I didn't know.
Oh my
that
god!
it's bigger.
Yeah,
It's bigger.
yeah. Gamescom sees like
it's bigger because
500,000 people coming
it's
through.
bigger because
It's
it's
huge, yeah.
100% open to public. There's no
E3 is open to the public this year.
It's always
No,
been
But it's
open
very
to the public.
limited. It's
Always
limited.
been open to public.
Like
Yeah.
we
It's
have
now
a few.
you can now afford it.
Yeah, well, it's a few like I think like 1 to 2 days for like press and like streamers, YouTubers, and like business people, and then it's 3 days that's open to the public. And I have been working at Gamescom like I think 5 years back to it. They closed the doors because too many people were going in, and it was a risk because it's just like people were squeezing along the hallways.
That sounds like my worst nightmare.
I know, right?
I
Yeah,
touched.
it's pretty
I
crazy.
touched by so many people there. It's just like move with the flow, and as soon as you get into the flow, you can't stop it. You just gotta go with it.
Yeah, but
And
take
then
a
you
titty
realize
shot
you're
before
ending
you
up
go in
at
there.
COD, and you're like, damn it!
Damn it! I didn't want to go here. Can we go back, everyone? No, it's huge. It's huge. It's great. I love it, and I'm definitely going there this year as well. Again, can't wait for it. But yeah.
Also, to anyone wanting to do an event like that, please hire someone to actually like organize that has organized large events like that in the past. That's why Kevin is on there, because he has a lot of experience doing that. It is very difficult to organize an event the size of Guardian Con.
Or just start small and let it build organically.
Okay, there you go. That
I like
sure
that.
that works too.
You could have
Rent
it at
out
your
a beer
local
garden, have
Applebee's,
people.
and just go from there.
Applebee's.
No, not Applebee's. No.
Chili's. Gotta have them
Chili's.
baby back ribs, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, you know.
I want
Go
my
to
baby
Red
back.
Lobster so we can get the
I want my baby back, baby back, baby. Cameron Rice says, should luck in the chamber be removed from the game? Our hand cannon's too powerful.
Do you guys
No.
like RNG things in PvP? That's the
Generally,
real
I like
question.
it when it works for me. I hate it
I
when
like
it works
when
for
they
somebody
miss
else.
me. Yeah.
I just love the sound. Like as soon as it's like that sound, luck in the chamber hits in, and you're like, ting, oh yes, let's go.
It's true. When Hawk Moon procs, it makes that noise. Then it glows with the hot glow
Oh,
type of skin.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. It looks great.
I think RNG
Yeah.
should be taken out of PvP in general, but there's several things in the game that would kind of break, like Hawk Moon. So for Destiny 1, it stays. Destiny 2, hopefully they move away from that.
Yeah, that's a good thought. I think so too. Just looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
Easy Beat says, if Destiny 2 were to get rid of the 3 classes for 3 new ones, what and who would you like to see replace the Titan Hunter and Warlock?
Jesus Christ, that is
That is a very loaded question.
I'm thinking, now hear me out here. This is a completely original idea, but I'm thinking maybe samurais and knights and Vikings.
Okay, I can get
I
behind
don't
that.
like Vikings or knights, so I mean,
What?
Are you
Just no.
Are you an Orochi main?
Don't
Good lord.
actually. Let's not talk about it. I was like, let's pick this class. They look cool. Oh, it's the hardest one to play. Okay, great.
For everyone
No, I-
confused, they're talking about For Honor right now.
I think a class should be Geralta Riveria.
I don't know who that is.
The Witcher.
I don't
just
know
like-
either. I was like,
The Witcher.
Yeah, tell me what.
Oh,
The
okay.
Witcher. Oh.
oh yeah, which would be cool.
No, I mean,
Ninjas?
guys, that's ridiculous.
Doom dude.
We have our characters. I think they could add characters that we see. Character
What about
types
like
or
a
character
fisherman,
subclasses.
a god, and a witch? No,
Which would
no
be
good.
fun.
Interesting.
How
How
about
about that?
fisherman?
So how about that next question?
how about we're Power
Easy Beat
Rangers?
says, if Destiny 2 were to get rid of, I just read that one. Audio Aesthetic says, with the replica Galahorn coming soon, what gun would you like to own a replica of? I want that Year 1 Suros.
A replica.
Yeah, any gun. What would you pick? That Galahorn does look sweet, by the way.
Well, being
Drake's Promise.
Just go get a
Or the
potato.
little Drake's Promise. Or
Go
big
get a
one.
potato when you're like halfway there. Stick some spikes in a potato and you're good.
No. I want that reload too. That reload.
Oh,
that
okay.
yeah.
That'd be
I don't
cool,
know,
actually.
man.
I love
Yeah, that
that.
would be actually pretty nice. Who's promise?
Like, nobody's got a Drake's Promise replica. Nobody.
No. Nobody.
No, right?
There is only one of those.
Be right back. I'll go make one real quick.
Jesus, Patrick.
I really like my Thorn replica.
yeah. I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
the
I
Thorn
think
looks
it's
nice.
really
beautiful.
I
What
don't know
about the
if I
Red
have-
Death?
Red
Yeah,
Death
the
would
Red
be
Death
good.
would look cool,
Yeah.
man. It would.
Red Death looks
With
pretty
that
nice.
white new skin on it.
Oh yeah, the White Witch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bad
That is
Juju
nice.
would be a bad one. I like.
I was
the
gonna
Bad
say
No.
Bad Juju with the white skin on there. That one's nice.
Juju. Dragon's Bane.
Dragon's Bane, yeah.
Golden Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo's sexy. You
The
know, the little
Kavasta would be a
engravings.
good one. I saw that in chat
Kavasta.
just now. That'd be
Yeah.
a cool one.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like so many iconic weapons.
Most
is,
exotic weapons look pretty good.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
really do. Aside from Universal Remote, Universal Remote's kind of a
just
dumpster
looks like a
looking.
sack.
It's
Shotgun,
just well, yeah. Even
I
the
feel like
description of it
I
is
feel like the only time I put on
And
an
the
exotic
hereafter
now
looks
is
weird.
to
True.
put it on my back in the tower. You know, I just put it on and just as I'm flying into the tower, so I can
Roll
walk
around
around
with
the
it.
tower with it.
I'd pick Ray's Lighter if it could be permanently on fire, but that'd be a fire hazard.
Yeah.
Tony Stone says, if you could allocate your 2 exotic slots anywhere, what would you equip? Mine would be Mida and Icebreaker. So I picked this one because we get asked this at least 6 times a week.
Okay.
Okay. So I just want to answer it and I'll never pick it again.
Okay.
But
Until
we
next week.
Constantly get asked this question. If you could have 2 exotic weapons on, which 2 would they be? And for me, there's no good answer to this because I'd constantly be changing it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I wouldn't just settle on 2 weapons. I'd always be changing it.
Last word icebreaker. For me, I guess I would go. I love my last word.
Yeah.
Just my
That would
baby.
be powerful.
Mida multi-tool and exotic special, probably the chaperone.
We'll definitely go trespasser, probably.
That's a good one.
Primary. Maybe Hawkmoon right now. I'm having such a blast with Hawkmoon.
Hawkmoon is fun, yeah.
It's so fun right now.
Oh my god. He's actually putting sticks
There you
past
go.
a potato.
Patrick, that doesn't look anything
Drake's
like
potato.
Wait, is
Drag
that
out-
a nail clipper?
It looks like a nail clipper.
Oh my god, it is a nail clipper.
A headphone modifier jack, a pin cap, the pin that goes to the pin cap. I got a knife. This is the Drake's promise.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks a little bit like a Drake's
Drake's
Promise.
It does kind of look like
Yeah.
Drake's Promise.
It does.
You gotta call a
It
spade a
looks like
spade,
Drake's
man.
Promise.
I need the thing that the blue reel.
I need the blue.
Shit.
Oh. I need the
Patrick's
blue.
now
He's
going
got to
to the
edit that out
Blue
now. Oh, no.
I got that's probably very loud. Oh, I don't think I can. Oh, I need
That
to make
was
a
a
new.
reload, by the way. He reloaded it real quick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the reload button. Oh my God, Patrick, stop.
I'm making
All right, Rough List Forza says, how many unasked for changes will Bungie make before they touch fusion nades?
Do you think fusion aids, like, they're going to get touched?
I feel like all tracking grenades need to stop tracking and should work just like the grenade,
have to-
sticky grenades in Halo. You have to hit the guy.
I don't think they're, like, I would prefer that too, but I don't think the developers are ever going to potentially consider
No,
that.
I agree.
I think
agree.
if anything, we might see a patch note suddenly and they're like, we think fusion aids might be underperforming slightly, increase their stickiness by like 2%, and then we'd all flip out.
My problem with sticky nades is that if I think I dodged one, and then I hear that click, and I'm like, "Are you shitting me?" That guy was nowhere close. And you know, on his screen, the
Yeah.
thing was going, whoop.
Yeah, it did a 90
Yeah.
degree turn.
Yeah,
Some of that's netcode.
yeah.
Netcode.
The peer-to-peer
Oh.
connection.
What's
Like
netcode?
you're staring there and you're like, that grenade was like all the way.
Yeah.
You're not even dodging it because you think that grenade is nowhere near you, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you're dying from it, and on their screen they actually threw it at you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just
You do have
But sometimes it makes a weird turn. Like I've
does.
noticed
It's
a few
like-
people that play like self-res, sticky nades, and sometimes when I dead, I obviously inspect them, and they throw that sticky nade and just like bounces off and suddenly like attaches to the player, and you're like, okay, that was actually awkward. But I think on the the aim assist could reduce definitely a little bit on those sticky nades. Like,
There's some crazy stuff with them.
Yeah.
Also,
Well-
my room smells like a potato right now, so I'm gonna go get that out of here.
fresh tater, that's why.
That's
There's another thing
Actually
too.
smells pretty good.
nothing bad about
like an Uber
potato
tuber in
smell,
here.
right?
There's another thing too. Sometimes, which annoys me about sticky nades, is they're so damn sticky. They'll do these 90 degree turns, and then you can throw another one, and it'll go right past somebody's chest.
So like bounce off.
It's like, what? That's just
Yeah.
They're super
makes no
random. It
sense.
feels like they're not very
Yeah.
consistent.
Have you
with-
ever
not
been playing and
consistent.
you hear the click like it just attached to you, but then it doesn't
Yeah, I'm
do
like,
Doesn't
oh
do anything?
god.
Yeah. oh
Or when
my
you've
God,
actually
that's
stuck
so
someone.
alive.
or when you've actually
Yeah.
stuck someone and it doesn't even it doesn't do any damage to them, but it explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the 1% damage. The one damage, not 1%. The one damage you
One
get from
damage
trip mines.
counter.
Like you throw it at them and you get like
Hit them.
one damage.
Yes.
You're like,
Now they can be body shot. Boom. Easy.
Yeah.
All
The
planned.
thing is, like, about sticky nades in general, I think they should make them equal for every class. Like, out
Yeah.
of some, you can shade step out of it. Some you don't get killed by because you got the specific. Like, I think if they touch them, they have to do it, like, on all classes, because otherwise it's going to be, oh, why does the fusion warlock nade do this and the blade nade does this? And that's what they got to consider when they touch it. But
Yeah.
I don't think they will.
If trip mines don't kill somebody in one shot, they leave a sliver of health.
Yeah.
Then no grenade stood.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if that's its thing, is a trip mine grenade stuck to a wall, well placed, does not get a kill, then none of the grenades should. You know, where
And how about,
every
like,
grenade should be.
spikes?
Every
Spike and
grenade
like,
should
right?
be given a shot to kill, and if I don't know, and then there's skipping balls of death, the skipping, homing, tracking, sparkly balls of death that you know, what are those about? You know,
The,
I mean,
the tracking
I
mutts
think they
nuts.
should not kill them.
the tracking.
But they don't
They
they,
track
they
my
don't
nuts.
like one kill. Like if one throws a skip nade perfectly, you're not dead from it.
Don't give me that This
true.
is coming straight from a blade dancer. Oh my god, you
That's
are
true.
such a blade dancer.
Yes.
Nate.
You can't
Yeah.
one hit kill with
But
those
You
nades.
can't.
no,
Like,
you can't.
But they're also really hard to
You-
avoid,
you
and you know
gotta
that blade
shoot,
dancer's
obviously,
coming
yes.
around the corner right behind those
Yeah,
nades.
they are
Yeah.
mean. They are mean. Like,
You guys
but
are
they don't one
hilarious.
hit kill.
Blade
You gotta
dancers are
like
so
shoot
transparent.
them and then. Like,
They're great follow-up nades. Sticky nades are great
Yeah.
anytime nades. Like morning, night,
Yeah.
Yeah.
breakfast, lunch, anytime.
Cross map, close range.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
cross map.
Throw it
Those
at.
are fun. Those are fun.
They're anytime
They
nades.
just need to skip anywhere in the vicinity of a
All right.
football field to you. and
Skips,
then
Bite
trap.
me,
skips
nerd
have to
says-
follow up.
Fight Me Nerd says it's definitely Destiny 2 comes to PC and your Guardian doesn't move to Destiny 2. Is that enough to make you switch solely to PC?
No, because I can't make my friends switch. My friends
I'm not
are on PS4.
That's me. I think.
So,
maybe I don't. Maybe
like,
I
I don't
would
know
be
if I'm in that
comfortable
category.
I'm,
Watts.
I'm,
I
I'm
think-
Are
playing.
we friends,
I'm
Pope?
playing where my friends are, and yeah, Watts we're friends. Pope,
We're
it's
friends.
like
Am I?
we're like
Am I?
work acquaintances.
Right.
You know?
That's good to know.
I've come up with a working theory because I couldn't maintain the Xbox and the PS4. It was just too
Yeah.
much Destiny for
Yeah.
me. So I
Yeah.
think instead of trying to do like 3 characters on everything, I'm gonna do 1 character on each platform. If we do get PC, I'll like run like a hunter on PC, a warlock on Xbox, and a titan on PS4. That way I can play with anybody in the community,
Mhm.
but I'm not just grinding all
Yeah.
the time.
Constant, nonstop Destiny.
Yeah.
Give me a keyboard and a mouse, and I will do nothing. I can't play with keyboard and mouse, so I will definitely stay on console. And you can see me rage at the freaking Xbox controller because I main PS4. And I'm like, ah! So no, I will stay console, and I will definitely stay on PS4 because
Just
I'd
give
really like them
Dr.
to-
Lupo a call. He'll help you out.
I'd really like them to
he will rage
make it so
quit.
that we could play. We have a set of characters and we can play them on any console. Like
Yeah, I like that.
that'd be phenomenal.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
But there's no real reason now. If Destiny is on Xbox One and it's on PC, there's no real reason to have a Xbox really, because couldn't you play your Xbox on your PC? I mean, isn't
unless
it
you want to play
interchangeable
PvP
now?
with Xbox players.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they wouldn't do cross PvP for Xbox and PC because that would be very
No.
unfair.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
you can already use a mouse
then
and
you would
keyboard
actually.
though. So like, what's really the fucking difference?
Wait, what?
Well, then it would actually solve the question of like which one's better. You know? Can you
You can
believe
already-
that the two
Oh,
the two
come on, that's not
communities
really a
coming
question.
together?
Not necessarily.
it?
Some people are not going to want to use keyboard and mouse, and that's okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you can use a keyboard and mouse on a Xbox or a PS4.
Yeah, you can.
It's not going to be the same support though. You're not going to have zero aim assist and have infinite
Yeah.
lookability and all that. So those things won't be there. For me, I don't think I'm going to main any particular console, but if PC looks incredibly better, there will be a slight emphasis on PC. But I will have multiple characters on each platform if they don't have character transferring.
Like as a content creator, it just, especially on YouTube, like if I can record 4K Destiny, like yeah, I'm gonna do that because it's gonna look so much better for YouTube videos.
Mine's about ease of recording. I have an Elgato capture card, and my PlayStation. It's so much easier than like having to work with Shadow Play or
Yeah,
recording
Elgato will
through
come out with a
OBS.
4K capture card. There's
I'm sure
other
they will.
brands on
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It'll happen sooner rather than later.
True.
It's just so much easier for me to do console stuff for YouTube rather than PC.
Hmm.
But for the average player that is looking at it, they're thinking about if they're a current Destiny player, they're probably thinking the same thing you said, Patrick. With I can't imagine my clan's going to switch over to
Yeah,
But, for
your
new
friends
players-
list is more
yeah.
important than the
your friends
platform
is going to
or the graphics.
100%. 100% agree
Yeah.
with that. Yeah.
And what about them exclusives?
Yeah.
Let's hope they go away.
I hope exclusive.
We can hope.
Also, one more thing I want to point out. So we got PS4 Pro now, and the Scorpio is supposedly coming out this fall. So hopefully the delta between graphic quality of high-end PC and PS4 Pro Scorpio level is not going to be that far. Hopefully it's not like a huge leap, So potentially if the graphics are relatively similar, you won't have to choose between high fidelity graphics versus, console.
All right, answer the question again, but I'm going to throw this modifier in. What if they announced that all the console versions run at 30 frames per second, but the PC version runs
PC
unlimited?
Right away.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Boom.
Would anybody stick with console if you had the choice? You'd stick with console at 30 frames per second.
I would.
Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It depends. It's hard. That one's hard, but
Look within your soul.
I feel like I feel like
Look deep
most of the
within your
Destiny
soul.
community will be on console. It's kind of like with the COD thing, right? Yes, you can play it on PC, but competitive is console. Most people are on console, and most people are on the console that has like the exclusives or the maps that come early or whatever. So I think that'll be a similar thing for Destiny. I think
That's not because, though, that the game is better on console. That is because Xbox used to, say, if you're doing a tournament, you got to do it on Xboxes. And now PlayStation says part of the exclusivity deal is if you're doing a tournament, you do it on PlayStation, which means if you want to be a competitive Call of Duty player, you have to practice every day on PlayStation, or it used to be on Xbox 360. That's not because if COD competitive was never an exclusive deal, it very well could have ended up on PC.
maybe. I feel like it's been so ingrained on like Xbox and then so ingrained just as a console game. Like even the player population just in general with regular players is so much less on PC. I don't know. I feel like Destiny, because it started on console and it started on PS4, I think a lot of people will kind of just continue.
PC already has a very good suite of FPS games for...
That's true. For like competitive.
For competitive play, you got Overwatch, you got Counter-Strike, you got...
Nothing like Destiny, though.
It's true.
Does it need it?
Yes.
When you have Counter-Strike,
I think
and
so.
Overwatch,
I think a lot of
for
PC
competitive
players
stuff.
are going to buy Destiny if it comes
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
A lot of
I'm talking
enjoy
on
it,
the
for
I'm
sure.
talking about the competitive, just talking about the competitive aspect, like esports thing of it. But
That's totally
yeah.
dependent on how the
Yeah.
Destiny 2 is going to be. Like,
Mhm.
Yep.
I think currently it's competitive. Even if Destiny right now would be on PC, it would not be competitive just because of specific
Yeah.
factors. So
Yep.
I think like it depends on how the game is going to develop.
Yeah.
And then we will see if it's going to be competitive on PC.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of PC players bought consoles just to play Destiny.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
to me,
Yeah.
Steph Timmermans says, "What is your favorite sidearm? Mine is Conviction 2."
Drag's Promise is my favorite.
Trespasser.
Trespasser.
Trespasser is
Yeah.
pretty sick.
Especially
It's fun.
Yeah.
Especially love getting that first kill and then having the perk line up. So I
Yeah,
can
then you're like, I
like,
can
waste
beat
somebody.
anyone.
yeah. Bring your last sword over here. Come here.
Yeah.
I cry every time. No, I'm using the Wormwood. I'm using just the Future Worldcraft.
I'm not gonna lie. I use the vendor Wormwood
I love
as well.
It's
I love
great.
the sound
Great
of.
gun.
I'm using
I
Wormwood.
personally love the sound of the Havoc pigeon. It just, I love that kind of silent sound.
Oh,
So-
The
yeah.
old Iron Banner one had a great sound too.
That's true.
Silenced.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
I
it.
think if you got a good roll of a Havoc pigeon or it's gonna compete with the Wormwood. I think.
Yeah. There used to be a good one that you could buy with a good perk on it, but it's still not that good as the Wormwood. The one you can buy.
Umolina 12 says, "What are your favorite weapons based on the lore aspect? Nothing to do with how they are in game, just straight up lore."
Maybe Red Death. I just think it's really cool that it's like, destroy it, and we're like, no, we're just going to use it.
Yeah.
We're going to use this gun that killed all of our friends. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Didn't they change the lore of that gun at some point? They removed like the reference to killing Guardians.
I don't know,
Did they?
actually.
I think they did.
So I do remember the reference in
Yeah.
vanilla.
Dude. Vex.
As much as I
Nuclear
hate it, as much as
That's a good
what
one.
would you say?
Vex.
Vex.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yes.
Yep.
There is no other unique gun like that too. Look and sound and the flavor text and everything.
Yes,
It's really cool.
amazing. I love
Too bad we
that.
don't have it still. I love. I mean, as much as I hate it, I love the Thorn. like the concept behind it and the lore behind it.
Mhm.
As much as
It's got the most lore, right? That and the last word kind of share that.
Gallahorn also has a hell of a lot
Chaperone's
too.
kind of cool too, actually. How you
Chaperone does have good lore.
Yeah.
Like the last word right now.
Dude, I'm calling it right now. I'm sure everybody has said this, but we've got to get the Vex. The
Vex,
Before
Necrochasm.
Yes.
We are
Pocket
getting
Infinity.
it back.
Please.
We are. What do you think, Tefty?
I said Vex, Necrochasm, and Pocket Infinity. The final 3 that have not been updated.
Okay.
Please give me Pocket Infinity. It's so fun.
Wouldn't it be weird for them not to update it?
Are they taking away the solar burn?
I hope not. I hope they add I hope they more add burns. They're like, you know what? We're throwing them all in.
Have at it. Have fun.
Yeah. Go
Destiny 2's
wild.
coming out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Look, a
All right.
squirrel.
Squirrel?
Favorite weapon.
Testosterone says.
Hey, I need to say mine.
Wow,
Here.
Briar.
Yeah,
Wow.
jerk. It's hereafter.
Hey, speak the fuck up, man. What, you wanna
You just immediately started moving on when I was getting ready to talk. You didn't even give a chance
You know
to
what?
conversate. It's hereafter. You can move on now. There's not a hell of a lot of lore anyway.
Testosterone says, what if Guardians drop special in Crucible again? Could it be a good economy in addition to the new ammo changes?
I feel like then you'd have to change the special ammo spawn times.
Slow it down?
Yeah, because then it would just be like there's just everyone always has special.
Yeah.
And would you only drop it if you had it, or would it just randomly drop from
I
Only-
think
any,
you
only
could
if you
only
had it.
drop if you'd have it. Yeah.
like Heavy used to work?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's gonna
Yeah.
it would be amplify the problem of once you die you lose it. So think about a team's.
That's true. It would be more
cascading-
snowballing.
It would be a cascading effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what, Pope? I think that's why I don't want it.
Yeah, actually, no. Stop it.
Ricardo Gradano says, artifact that grants quick draw, good or bad idea? Good idea. I want it.
Yes.
It's an artifact?
I would
Wow.
use it. Whatever
use it.
would
I
use
would
it,
use it.
Everyone would use
I
it.
use
But then, yeah, actually, it also fixes the fact that Titans don't have it because
Yeah.
they can
Mhm.
get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then it would be equal for everyone. Now everyone
Love
has
it. Great idea.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Take out
Good idea.
stories, put in quick draw.
it. There you go.
Well, no. While your super is active, you get
Wow.
quick draw, and you produce supers for your teammates.
Oh my god. get
Oh,
out
that's
of here.
OP. No one would use anything else.
Wait, you want to add to Scories?
Yeah,
You're saying
Yeah.
buff Scories? Whoa.
yeah.
Pope is
I just
against the grain. A
I
maverick.
am. I really want to see how much salt I can produce in chat right now.
all the
Oh
salt.
my god.
All the salt.
Well,
I'm
wait,
kidding,
wait.
of course. I'm
Wait.
Glass
Kidding.
asks, I constantly see the devs of Destiny posting how excited they are for other games coming out. Should we follow suit for now?
I mean, they play games. They design
Yeah.
games, so they're excited
Yeah.
to play games.
Yeah.
Like they're just gamers, guys. They're
I
excited.
think, yes, you should follow suit too. Like, if you're getting bored of Destiny, go play something else. Horizon is coming out next week.
So
Zelda's
excited.
coming out a week later.
Yep.
Mass
Oh,
Effect
there's so
is
many
coming
good
out
games.
at the end of March.
Oh.
Like, this year is going to be
It's
chock full of awesome games, and I think you'd be missing out. Frankly, I know I'm not going to miss out. I
Outlast, too.
made that mistake in 2015 where I only played Destiny. I missed out on so many great games. The Witcher 3 I finally caught up to at the end of last
That's a
year. I was
good
like,
game.
oh my God, like, how did I miss this game? It's like one of the most amazing games I've ever played. So yeah, play other games too.
Yeah. Also, Wildlands Beta is active right now. So if you're at all interested in that, and you want to see for yourself if it's the type of game for you, you can play right now and see.
The open beta too. It's not
Yeah,
closed.
it's
Yeah,
open
the
beta.
open
You don't have to have a key. Yeah.
Slick Gray says, I'd like to be a big time streamer, but I'm mediocre as shit player. Is there hope or am I wasting my time?
Of course, there's hope. There's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
many different varieties of streamers. You have people who are just really good and they'll get viewers because they're really good and people want to learn. You have funny people. You have people who help. You have, building communities is a huge part of streaming as well. If you create a positive environment and people are like, I can come and hang out here and feel like I'm hanging with friends, then that's another thing that will do really well. There's so many. You don't have to be a good player to be a streamer in anything.
I don't like the way this question is phrased. Like, I'd like to be a big time streamer. Like, if that's why you want to become a streamer, is just to get to that end goal of becoming a big time streamer, you got a lot of pain and heartache in front of you, I think.
You're going to
Yeah.
get real sad
Yeah.
because you're going to
Yeah.
watch those numbers and be like,
Yeah,
That's
it's
all
a
you're
lot.
going to
Yeah.
care about.
And you
numbers
don't
watching is not good.
from what I've observed from watching other streamers, is you don't have to be great at the game or any game to be a great streamer, but you got to be great at something.
Yeah.
You got to be great at entertaining. You got to be great at something, whether that's building a community or entertaining people or making people laugh. If you just get up there and you're a potato and you can't play, nobody's going to want to watch that. You got to be great at something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something has got to be there that makes your stream that makes people stick around. Just like maybe the time spent with you be funny, or I don't know, something.
Yeah.
You also have to be okay with the fact that there is a lot of luck involved with the whole process.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
you can try to look for as many bulletproof techniques as possible of getting quote unquote viewership and big and so on and so forth. But in the end of the day, there is RNG involved with
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like when someone's like, I want to become a famous actor. I want to become a famous singer. It's like, Twitch is a part of the entertainment industry.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a ton of entertaining people out there. There's a ton of people who are great at a game. It's just, there is luck involved when it comes to how successful you are.
And if your goal, like the only reason you want to start doing it is because you want to be a big time streamer. Like, I feel like it's a really rough path to go on. If you just want to hang out with people while you play games, great. If you want to start to try and build your own community, great. But if your only goal is just to make a lot of money doing this, that's kind of fucking rough, man. Like, you might do it and you might love it, but you might do it and hate it, or you might never do it and hate that. You know?
If you approach it solely with the mindset of like, oh, hey, this could just be cash, then you will ultimately hate gaming because it'll become like a sense of like financial commitment. Instead of
that would fucking suck,
right? Wouldn't that be awful if suddenly you like if you did happen to make it and then it was purely about money, and then at the end of the day you're like, God, I hate playing games all the time, but I have to do it because I'm making money. Like, that's an awful place to be in. So it's another reason why you don't want to approach it with the mindset of, hey, I need to make money. How about I just become a streamer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You end up treating your audience too as just a tool to gather money, which I've seen a couple times, and let me tell you, the communities that fosters is, they're not communities. Not communities.
Yeah.
Toxic.
Yeah.
EA says, should self-tracking grenades, Axion and Skip, and fusion grenades be in Destiny 2? I feel like we really talked about that.
We did,
so let's just move on. Skull Murray says, with the updates to special ammo, are there any weapon perks like performance bonus that are now more viable? I feel like the answer to that is definitely yes.
Yeah, performance bonus, replenish. I've seen a couple people that were really worried about, I think, Rescue Mag had the potential to be abused because you could like throw a grenade at your feet or something and then do a little more damage and it could possibly proc it. But at the same time, there's a whole process to doing that. And then you're still taking time out of the round to get special in this roundabout way. So
not that hard to do though, Patrick.
It's not that hard to do, but still, you're also leaving yourself really low. And if I just happen to catch you while you're really low trying to cheese your special, then, well, I'm in a pretty good situation and you're kind of fucked.
Hopefully they fix it soon.
I'm just
you know what I saw? I was watching DT Huna's stream today, and he got a 2 to the morgue with replenish and performance bonus.
Oh, God.
Nice.
Yeah.
Matt Monkey says, Suros or Monte Carlo?
Monte Carlo.
Damn.
I'm going Suros. Monte Carlo has always been like the least exciting exotic in this game. And it's got like a 12 fucking foot blade on the front and you can't melee anybody with it.
I feel like we had
how
this
disappointing
conversation.
is that?
It's not supported in the game engine, man. Destiny 2, Monte Carlo will be able to do it.
It's the most notable feature of this
melee override.
Bland ass
Through the
silver
Guardian's
gun is the
head
blade
in front
it's
of
got
you.
Monte
sticking out the
Carlo's
front.
cool.
Yeah, right?
Guys, if you think about
the
it,
Monte Carlo's exoticness is, if it's put into the right class ability, you get your in PvE. It is phenomenal, man. It is so cool.
I really hope that there's melee overrides in Destiny 2 for just like legendary weapons. Get some sort of melee override. That would be sick.
Oh yeah, Borderlands style.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. Daniel Colliver says, if you choose to cosplay Destiny, what would be your armor and weapon of choice?
Last word, or thorn. Cool weapon. Looks nice. And I would wear the trials gear, I guess.
I'm going to go with Eris Morn because I look fantastic in mascara. And I'm going to go with the Hawkmoon.
Interesting.
I could see
my
you pulling off
hunter.
Eris Morn.
My hunter with, the Arc sword, the Arc exotic sword.
Oh, yes.
That'd be a good one.
I want to be the Cryptarch. And then just walk around and give people like in a little bag, hand out candies like Halloween, but it's all like, little salt cubes.
Oh my god.
I feel like being Amanda Holiday might be kind of cool. She has all the cool weapons in her family. Like she got all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe I can make my own chaperones and last words. Make my dual wielding hand cannon
That sounds pretty awesome.
thing. I want to do that.
I lost my place. The Mohegan 9 says, what is your favorite sport to participate in? And we got a favorite?
Horse riding.
Sport?
Horse riding?
Yep.
Yeah.
I do horse riding.
Nice.
Love cycling.
Cycling is good.
Mhm.
You get to get out in the open, look at some nice scenery. That's a good one.
Ring a little bit of the bell.
Don't skip by Patrick Breyer. Don't do it.
What
Patrick's
sports?
is definitely hurdles. Hurdles or some kind of running activity.
I was going to go long
Yes.
jump, but now that you said hurdles, yeah.
Are we talking
doing
about
the high
sports?
jumps? The
Are we
high
talking
jump.
about
Yes.
Pole vaulting. Pole vaulting.
Talk
Breyer.
about sports.
What
League
sport
of
do you
Legends
do?
is my
Right?
favorite sport.
So I played soccer when I was a kid, but I didn't like chasing after the ball, so I just kind of stood in one spot and waited for the ball to come to me, but I wasn't the goalie. I would kick the hell out of the ball when it finally came to me, but I'm not chasing that shit around. There's no point.
What sport would you
baseball,
do right now?
What would I do right
If you
now?
were to have to go, if you were to like your
You do
buddies
any
call up.
athletics at all? Running? Jogging?
I mean, I walk.
Speed
Not a
walking?
sport.
Walking
Speed
sport.
walking. There you go.
I go. I will hike. I will
Professional
walk
walker.
places. I'm in no hurry.
Professional.
I'm in no hurry. So
Hiking's not a sport.
Yeah,
Give
hiking's
us
not a sport.
fucking. I don't know. Like
I
Did you do
I
an
think-
interview?
Freaking laser tag!
I think
or
no
something
sport.
like
I
that.
think I
Like
don't
freaking
participate
laser
in
beams
sports
on their
is a valid
forehead.
answer.
Archery. There you go. You stand
I
still. you shoot a-
like shooting,
Archery.
actual professional
go.
shooting or archery.
Oh,
one
there
of
we
those
go.
two.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's cool.
I would do gymnastics or kickboxing. That's what I did. So I'm
Beer league softball I've always enjoyed. It's a lot of fun.
Beer league softball. That sounds great.
martial arts, gymnastics.
Czar says, do you think we'll ever see a year 2 Pocket Infinity, Vex the Class, or Necrochasm? I feel like we covered this one, so I'm going to move on.
Yes.
James Kenny says, has your play style changed since the patch?
Nope.
Yes.
I do
Little
the
bit.
same.
Now I sit in corners
Nah.
for scoring.
I hardly ever used
Just
sidearms
kidding.
before, and so I'm obviously using some sidearms. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I was using sidearms for a while. So I kind of just do the same thing.
nice.
Well, yeah, I used Nolan sidearm before. I used it more on this weekend, though. I would never play like 2 days straight in trials with Nolan sidearm, but no, I didn't switch too much. I'm still trying to find a way to go to my old setup kind of thing. Yeah.
I swapped to like hand. I'm still doing like hand cannon sniper. I occasionally will use icebreaker if I'm finding it difficult to consistently get special, but otherwise I'm just kind of using the God roll A as Luna I got, and then
You just have to throw that in, didn't you, Patrick?
yeah, I did.
My God roll AS
My
Luna.
God roll.
God roll.
Isn't it? Well, it could be more God roll, but it's got rifled barrel and hidden hand on it, so I'm pretty happy with it.
God.
Yeah.
Josh, I just heard that one. Luke Brenton says, thoughts on map design's effect on special ammo usage and how to use that in Destiny 2 to help balance special.
Make better maps. Okay, there we go.
You're onto something, Watts.
It's okay. I talked to the person who made Black Shield. He recognized that it's bad. It's fine.
Really?
I'm just saying.
Did the author
you could-
actually own up to the
That's not-
fact that it was bad?
No, it's not the worst map. There
It's
are
not,
worse
it's
maps.
just bad and try. It's not
Sector
good for
618 is the worst map.
That's
Sector
pretty
618
bad.
is pretty bad.
I'm just saying.
Cathedral's
that
pretty bad. Yeah.
They've had a
Cathedral's
very
boring.
easy fix for Black Shield this entire time.
No doors.
It's
Yeah.
going.
Doors
Make
out.
an extra
Just
entrance.
you
or
take the
keep
doors out. You take the doors out because all the doors already have
the
spots
doors are
that,
annoying.
that block you from seeing past
true.
all the sight lines in the doors. So, the doors serve no purpose other than to really frustrate me when I throw a grenade into an open door and then it just goes, no.
Yeah. You know what? It's even more frustrating because the team is camping inside.
You must suck at mini golf, then, Patrick.
What?
You must suck at mini golf.
I'm
When a windmill comes around, you gotta time the ball.
I'm really good at that. I'm really good at that because it's consistent. Doors, like how long is that door? I'm not going to throw the grenade.
We should time it.
All right.
We should time it to become door masters.
I'd rather just than remove doors. It'd be so much simpler.
That's not going to happen.
I think the
want to
map
work.
design in Destiny gets a bit of a bad rap. Is the reason we don't have big maps is because nobody plays on them. Nobody wants to play
That's
on them.
true.
Well,
And they took away all the big
everybody's like,
maps
well,
because people moaned about it.
Yeah, so everybody's like, the maps are so small, it promotes shotgun play, not sniper play. But then you get a big map and nobody wants to fucking play it. So
when they opened up the trials to a big map, how many? And there were snipers for 1 weekend.
Right?
Everybody shot
You
their
had a
bed.
shit
I mean,
bit.
come on, like it was different. It was big map. I loved it, and all of a sudden, people are finding the pitchforks and the,
Very
Well,
unhappy.
now they actually can't have them in there at all. Like it's officially out because if you go onto a big map, you can pop out your Sparrow and then you can do the glitch
Yeah.
for the hammers.
Yeah, I know.
Either A, the hammer glitch is underneath several layers of spaghetti code that it's not fixable, which means it will never have those back, or they'll end up fixing the hammer glitch, and then maybe we'll see some of those maps come back with like an
Or they
update.
could just disable vehicles on those maps for trials.
They could, yeah. I'm sure they could do that.
Maybe it's in the code.
3v3.
It's in the code.
Yeah.
That code.
Spaghetti code.
Evan Meyer says, after Destiny 2 finally releases, do you see yourself coming back to Destiny to play the old raids for a throwback, or do you think
No.
Bungie will add some kind of raid playlist to do that in Destiny 2?
It-
Say no to both.
No to both.
I'd say the timer would require roughly 3 years for me to want to come back to Destiny 1 and replay some of the old content.
By then,
I
your
would hope-
PlayStation's going to be in a box somewhere.
That's
You're going to be playing it on your PlayStation 5.
No, you know why? They released Destiny the remaster 4K edition.
God.
It still runs at 30 frames per
I'm just
second,
going to
though.
say, I hope that there's so much content in Destiny 2 that we don't want to play the old raids.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Me too.
Agreed.
100%.
Totally.
Yep.
Hyper Hero 151 says, hot sauce or cream cheese to go with your Doritos? Nacho cheese flavor.
The fuck?
Hot sauce.
Hot
Neither?
sauce with Doritos? I've never heard of such a fucking
Oh,
thing.
it's
I've never
delicious.
heard of either of
So you
those
take-
things.
you take-
I've seen
take
people
the-
dip Doritos into dip, and I've done it. Like salsa, like you take a
Salsa,
Dorito, you
yeah,
dip it in
salsa.
salsa,
That's fine.
and cream
That's fine,
cheese.
yeah.
I can imagine. I've never done it.
Cream
but-
cheese?
Hot sauce?
Doritos already
Yes.
deliver like a bouquet of
Okay, you
flavor
guys.
in your mouth. You don't need
take-
Yeah,
extra
right?
things, you know?
You
Well, I
take the
can
bag
see-
of
I can
Doritos.
imagine the cream cheese. Cream cheese though, maybe I'm thinking sour cream actually, not cream cheese.
Yeah, you're thinking sour
cream
cream.
cheese.
Sour cream
Yeah.
is very different.
Cream cheese can
Look,
cut
you
some.
guys,
Yeah.
if you go to the store and you get yourself a Doritos bag, you open it up, you go over to the taco nacho cheese bar, you pump some nacho cheese in there, you put some jalapenos and some hot sauce in there, you grab a fork, you mix it up. It's
now
delicious.
you're just making nachos.
I've also never
Gas
heard.
station nachos.
It's gas station. You'll pay for it later that night, but it's amazing.
I've also never heard Doritos described as a bouquet of flavors before.
Well, it is. You don't have Doritos and go, oh, God, this is missing something.
Cornucopia.
This is missing. Yeah.
It's missing the gluten. The gluten's missing.
He is so lusting after anything with gluten in it. It's
No,
so
I'm
funny.
not. I'm not.
You,
I'm
you
just
probably
saying.
wake up in the middle of the night and go, "Yes, one more piece of bread, please."
No, that was approximately 4 years ago.
No more.
Yeah.
Yo, I got a side question. Do you guys, when you make a bowl of pasta, do you put the pasta in the bowl first or the sauce in the bowl first?
I combine it all together in the pot.
Yeah, when you're
No.
cooking it, so you boil the
right.
pasta and
Imagine
then
a
it
scenario
finishes
where you have
boiling.
kids who don't like red sauce, so you have
Yeah.
to do it afterward.
They'll eat whatever the fuck I put on their plate.
Yeah,
You're gonna be a
right.
big
Damn.
father.
Oh my
You
God.
are good at
Papa Holtz is scary.
Whatever I put on your plate.
Papa
oh my God.
Holtz.
Has anybody actually ever seen somebody put pasta in a bowl before the pasta? Or
Yes,
I'm sorry,
me.
sauce in the bowl before
Oh,
the
sauce
pasta.
in a bowl? Actually,
Yeah.
no. No, not sauce in a
Okay.
bowl.
All right,
Well-
I'm just checking.
there's a weird technique currently going around the world. I don't know. Like it arrived in like Germany. You have like the cheese, big cheese, you know, like a wheel of cheese? Like original cheese, and you put like hot pasta in there, and they make the pasta in the cheese.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that one?
I've had that before.
That's the only.
I'm on board with that.
Like a cheese bowl?
It's
like a bread bowl with cheese.
Or it's like a bread bowl cheese being a bread bowl with a bunch of pasta on there, and you mix it up in that.
It's just like I don't know how you call it.
Is it like a Parmesan wheel of cheese?
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds delicious.
Like Parmesan cheese.
Yeah,
there's a hole in there. You put like the noodles inside there, and you mix it up with the cheese, and basically,
I totally want to eat that.
Yeah.
And for those wondering,
it looks delicious. It's crazy.
Gluten-free pasta, it exists.
Specifically corn pasta is delicious. The brown rice pasta gets soggy. Corn pasta is good. Yeah.
Any cheese is good.
Yeah.
That's true too. Leonardo DiTrapio says, at this point, are you guys playing Destiny for fun or for work purposes?
For fun
Both.
now.
Both.
I think it's
But
fun.
of course, both.
Fun for me.
It's always
Mixture.
I'm having fun.
Mixture.
Yeah, I've been really blessed to be able to stream some other games lately, and still have some tremendous support. So right now, when I play Destiny, it's definitely for fun. So
yeah, like on the weekends, I'm playing it actually for fun. Like on the weekends, I'm like, yeah, let's go. Or it's like, I don't know what to play. I'm just gonna play Destiny right now. You know, that's how I do it.
I think for me, if I wasn't streaming Destiny, I don't know if I'd be playing it anymore. Because the fun for me now comes, I think, from having fun with my community. Since the patch, the PvP patch, like I'm really looking forward to just playing Destiny. But I think the fun for me actually comes from playing Destiny on stream, because I rarely play it like off stream anymore.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sometimes. Not that often though. Like I don't play it that often anymore, but like if I played all day, like 7 hours, I kind of got tired of Destiny for that day then. So.
In year one, it was like I was just playing all the time. It was the only game I wanted to play.
That's true. But still, it's like a mixture, fun and streaming, I think. Combination of both, I guess.
We got another sports question that I feel like just isn't going to go over well. So I'll go on to Mr. Goodbites. If we got old raids, do you think they'll recreate the weapons, try to balance them, or just bring them in as is?
So if they only have the option for just bringing them in, I'll take that. But if they could do kind of like a reskin, rebalance type of thing, maybe readjust some of the perks, that would be awesome. Maybe rename them.
Yeah.
Would love it.
Yeah.
That would be better.
Yeah.
New is better.
Yep.
Wado says, if you could have exotics in every no, we're not doing another one of those. Mr. Goodbites, if they bring back... You even
read these sometimes. God, Briar.
Yes, I do, Patrick. I actually spent quite a bit of time on it, so fuck
I know
you.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Sometimes.
Mr. Goodbites says, if they bring back... I just read that one. Jacob Chulo says, what would you think about the next podcast showdown having a fight for best Nightfall score? So instead of a PvP match, we have a PvE showdown for best Nightfall score.
The only problem is...
it's
like,
probably
the best way to get a Nightfall score would be to like just like play forever.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be very
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just don't stop playing.
Yeah.
It'd be like a competition where you got to hold your hand on the car, and like the last person to like fall.
Take their hand off.
And totally have 2 people playing it, doing it. Yeah, no.
No.
I don't think so.
No. It's just
Nah.
No.
They're
Nah.
Mr. Aries says, everyone on the podcast confirm going to GC, GuardianCon?
Yep.
I think so.
You're going to.
Everybody?
I'm going
Everybody.
to. Yes.
Yeah.
I have probably cheaper flight than all of you guys together. Like legit.
Really?
Like I paid 345 euros, which is
Wow.
about 370.
Can you pick me up on the way?
That's really cheap.
Swing by.
Everything, like back and forth,
Swing plane by.
everywhere. It's crazy, right?
Really? Wow.
That is crazy.
I don't know how, but I found it. I was like, oh my God, I gotta book it. I'm gonna go to GuardianCon.
I still haven't booked my flight because, well, I don't know where I'll be living
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a
Guardian
problem.
Con. Yeah.
That is a problem.
I don't know if I'll be.
Be prepared for the great journey, Patrick.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
great.
know. I know about doing the journey
I know
from
you do.
like because I do it every time I go fly from Nashville to Seattle.
Yeah, that still
But
isn't
it's
that far
worse.
away from Florida,
But
right?
worse.
No, it's like a hour flight,
Yeah.
slightly less than an hour flight.
Mhm.
Mm.
Twisted Fate 28 said, "Who would win, all the Transformers versus all the Destiny raid bosses?" I feel like there's just more Transformers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Transformers.
There's more
I would say.
Transformers for sure.
Like
Do
there's
they-
really big ones, like planet-sized ones, isn't there?
Yeah, but do they know how to tell their other teammates which side they got teleported to, Mars or Venus, when Atheon comes and just wrecks their shit
Nah,
together?
here's what
I think it's
happens.
strong
That's
point.
true.
That is a strong
Atheon is
point.
the most
Do
powerful.
they know how to shoot an oversoul?
Yeah, no, here's the thing. If it's
Do they know how to kill him?
Transformers, it is definitely being directed by Michael Bay. So you have to imagine that they're going to blow up the
They're
entire
fucked.
platform.
There's lots of.
No way. Those Transformers were idiots. They'll never get past the dick wall.
No. They're going to blow everything up.
Oh my
They're going to
God.
blow everything up. They're going to blow up the dreadnought.
Are they doing the whole raid or just fighting the bosses?
The Transformers
Yeah.
crash.
It's like an
pad.
arena
how would
boss.
how would Michael Bay tell the story? That's how you have to ask it.
Explosion.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yes.
Opening cutscene explosion.
I think
Just
Atheon
everything.
might take them.
You think?
I think Atheon might
That sounds
actually
pretty
switch to
strong.
the Transformers because he looks like a Transformer. What about that one?
He does look like a Transformer.
It's
Optimus
lots
is
of
pretty smart,
plot
guys.
twists.
Yeah.
Plot twists. Yeah.
But he cannot
He survives
time travel.
anything.
Guy with him. For
Is
sure.
he? Why? What makes you think Optimus is pretty smart? I've seen
Because he's like the leader.
the movies.
He
That
says
doesn't
stuff
make
like,
him smart. We got Trump as a
Autobot.
president. That doesn't make you smart.
Oh my God.
Oh man. It's just
Fryer.
he makes the right decisions. Optimus makes, I mean he can make he's got
He has the possibility of making.
he's got
some
the
good
capacity. Exactly. He's got the capacity for the right type of leadership. He'd be a good raid leader.
He turned into a freaking old truck for the last one, right? And hid from the new guys there, right?
That was
Yeah.
a brilliant disguise.
He survived somehow.
He is
All
alive.
the movies.
For me, the Michael Bay Association is just bringing the intelligence level of the Transformers down from the 1980s cartoons that I used to watch.
So
That
you're
was the high
saying it's
bar.
going to be like a really rough LFG group with all the Transformers together.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I think that's a good one. Everybody's got gal horns, but nobody knows how to shoot them.
See, guys, you taking my Michael Bay comment out of context here. I'm talking about it's going to be a Hollywood summer action film where ultimately they prevail at the end of it because it's a Michael Bay film with a bunch of explosions and they have to end it
They
in
are
a way where it's
technically
like,
the good guys.
yeah, exactly. They're the good guys. See, they have
And
to
the bosses
win.
are the bad guys.
Yeah, by canon alone, they have to win.
Yeah, but it's written by George R.R. Martin this time, so
Oh.
So Optimus is the only one that survives.
I would go see that movie right there.
Actually, Optimus would probably get his head cut off in the first season.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yo Santa says, in honor, what class and character are you?
For Honor?
In For Honor.
I don't have it.
I don't play it.
I played the closed beta for like 30 minutes, and that was kind of it.
I don't have a main yet, but I've been playing a lot of Orochi. I've been playing a lot of what I call Mitsubishi. I've been playing some
That's
Peacekeeper.
probably
As long
right.
as you don't play the
No,
stabby
it's not,
stabby
it's
poison
not.
girl. Don't play the stabby stabby poison girl.
That's Mitsubishi.
She's a
He's fun,
cheater.
yeah.
Cheater.
The warlord with the great big push off the
I don't push
off the
people
edge.
unless they push me.
That's fun.
I don't play it.
I don't play it.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is a fun game. It's deep. It's got good combat.
Yep.
Brian Moody says, I finally talked to my brother into buying Destiny. What are 3 must-dos for a baby guardian?
Oh.
Their
I feel like
first
you got to do
Nightfall.
Vault
Scory's Revenge.
Yeah, World of Glass.
Vault of Glass, Trials of Osiris. Got to get them flawless in Trials of Osiris. Got to get them to Lighthouse.
Experience all the
Wrath of-
endgame content, really.
Yeah.
Really, just go through the list of what what's that
The book of
the refer a friend thing that you could do.
Mm.
Refer
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Guardian.
the link.
Ba-
Yeah.
Basically, do that.
Doing that link. quest.
Yeah, that entire quest fills all of it except Raid and Trials of Osiris.
Like those are
Which you should still do.
Things in Destiny.
Yeah, but I mean, there's still a lot more. You can still do those. Shit, don't have to limit it to 3. Just do that quest, and then
He limited it. That was the question.
Oh, I don't like limiting questions. I don't like limiting questions
for a baby guardian.
World of Glass, Flawless, and Visix Zur.
Zur.
There you go.
Zur.
The subclass quests.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, that was
those
actually
were great. They were really
those are good. The Galahorn quest the Kvostov actually.
Yeah,
was really good.
That was good. Yeah.
Good one as well.
Yep.
Justin says, you guys think or hope the spring update will be a story lead up to Destiny 2?
That would be
I hope,
awesome.
yes, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Brian.
Yeah, I'm with you, Brian.
Yeah.
Gus Ramsey said, what other podcasts does the DCP listen to? Anybody else listen to other podcasts?
Yes.
Usually
like
during
Serial.
times that I can't listen to them because I'm asleep, like knocked out completely.
The only other one I listen to.
Serial, and there's a couple others, but
Serial's good. I like that.
The only other one I listen to is the Rooster Teeth podcast.
Yeah. I like a lot of the Leo Laporte podcasts, the Twitch podcasts, or Twit. I like Giant Bomb. You ever listen to Giant Bomb podcast? That's pretty good.
I know of the guys.
They got 2 actually. They're both pretty good. Last question. We got it all the way through the questions. 5 pages of questions.
Woo.
We got all the way through them. That's pretty good. We haven't done that in a long time. Darth
Let's go.
Yater says, is it possible to be a streamer from the comfort of your couch instead of a computer chair?
Yeah.
Yeah, get it set up.
Yeah.
Good. Look at Dado. That's not a computer chair.
I was sitting on my bed when I started streaming.
Yeah.
Legit. Sitting on my bed in front of my huge TV, like which is way too big for playing games, probably. With my little PS4, started streaming just like that on my bed.
I think
Mesa
You can
Shaw
actually
used
make
to
a
stream
super
from his
cool
couch, right?
Yeah.
layout.
yeah.
You
For
can
the
make a
longest
super
time.
cool setup. If you want to be super awesome, you could do something so amazing with like a couch setup.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you
That'd
got to
be
have your feet up, right? Like, you
Yeah.
got to be like as chill as possible.
Yeah,
Like, nearly
that sounds good.
asleep. That's how chill you are.
I mean, Goth basically streams from a couch.
Yeah,
He
that's
does,
like
yeah.
a pretty.
Yeah, he
laid
has
back
a
like
very
chair.
complex setup, but he's in a very comfortable, kind of loungy chair thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say that basically your setup, it's mostly to make you feel comfortable with how you want to run your stream. So whether it's on a couch or in an office chair or however you have it set up, as long as you're comfortable with it, so when you're streaming, you don't feel like you're out of place, then that's what
And you're going
counts.
to die.
Yeah, exactly. Or
You don't want to be uncomfortable. You just want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patrick
important.
makes me do this podcast in a wooden chair.
He's not joking about that. I actually do make him do the podcast in a
in the
very hard
contract.
wooden chair.
Oh, there it is.
Damn.
You took
Beautiful.
you took the thumbtacks that were sticking up out of the bottom poke. They were supposed to be in there.
He makes
They're
me
stuck
do
in
it,
his ass.
and I like it.
Yeah. No, it's because your other chair made this really bad creaky noise. And it wasn't just like when you lean back or something. It was just at all times it made a creaking noise.
The things
That's
I
funny.
do for you and your audio fileness.
Yep. It pays. We have a lot of good comments saying how the audio sounds wonderful on the audio version. If you're an audio listener, we thank you,
Oh.
and you are part of the reason why Pope's butt hurts every single week.
Yeah.
You have
Thank
contributed
Pope's
to my
ass for
ass
making
hurting.
that sacrifice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well
Partially why I'm so
played.
cranky and a troll.
Mhm.
So thank you.
No problem.
GG Easy just played you Pope's chair.
All right. I want to thank everyone for tuning in this week to the 21st episode of the Destiny Community Podcast. If you want to find more of me, I am Holtzmann. You can find me at Holtzmann_YT on Twitter, and all the other links are there. I mostly talk about cereal.
I'm Briar Rabbit. You can find me on Twitter at the Briar Rabbit, streaming on Twitch and Briar Rabbit, or on YouTube on the Briar Rabbit channel.
I'm Tefty Teft. You can talk to me at Teft on Twitter. You can catch the streams I do on twitch.tv/Tefty Teft and catch some stream archives on my YouTube channel, Tefty Teft.
I am Miss 5000 Watts. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube at Miss 5000 Watts.
And Mel?
Oh, me. I was not prepared for that. I'm Meloonie. You can find me on twitch.tv/Meloonie or on Twitter with Miss_Meloonie. There we go. Perfect.
And I want you to know, I when I announced that you were going to be on the show this week, they corrected me. When I said Meloonie, they said, you mean Melanie. And I'm like, no, it's... So I'm glad you just clarified that. It's Meloonie.
Melanie, Meloonie,
No,
Mel.
I'm good with it. I was right. All right.
Anything.
And,
No.
and so, also, this has been Pope Bear, at Pope Bear. You can find me on Twitter at Pope Bear. Sorry, off camera, my wife just walked in. Oh my God. Woo. All right. Distracted. Go ahead. You guys do what you need to do.
All right.
That's the podcast.
That was it. Thank you for having me, guys.
Hey, no problem.
Thank you for
Yeah,
coming.
thanks for being on.
Seriously.
It was awesome.
Was
All right,
an
thank
honor
you.
to be here.
Mm.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.